Oh, hello. I'm gonna need to do that all over again. Oh my God, it happened. So I was saying, oh my God, welcome everybody. I'm getting my voice back. Finally, finally. No more cold over here. No more. Welcome, Flying Comquat. Good evening, sir, and welcome, Bom dia. Felier, hello there, senor, how are you doing? LGS, bonsoir monsieur, bienvenue, bienvenue. And Sasso, hello there. And indeed, we do have Freritos de la Vega tonight. I'm not sure what's going on here, if they're asking to actually, start up the draft or not. Of course, we're still waiting for Tidube. He is the one that is, slacking. He's not in the lobby right now, so I don't know where he is. They were saying he's a little bit late. Just a little bit. Anyway, hello there, Intemperis. Good evening, sir, and thank you so much for the follow. I do have to say, at the moment, Sustim is not here anymore, but we do have players actually playing on different teams. Some of them are playing right here on SPA. Some of them are playing on teams from. CPL Premier. I'm not sure what they're gonna do, if of course we're gonna have a resurgence of the SAS team in the next seasons, but definitely we're gonna need to see what's going on. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I guess they want to start without him. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is it. Also, give me a second. Kiki Dress, good evening, sir. Rafifi, bonsoir, monsieur, bienvenue, bienvenue. Xivi, hello. Glad to see you made it back safely over there. And yes, I did get a cold in France, but it did start up in Romania actually with all of the symptoms. So it's fine. It's all good. I got a few days, how to say, to chill a little bit, but I still wanted to stream as much as possible. Also, Yorkshire Culprit, good evening, sir, and welcome, Star Spanky, bună seara, domnule. Rafifi did pick up that first promotion, and big shout out to the man, the only man, Rafifi. Is it just me or is he muted? I'm still not muted. I'm pretty sure I'm not muted. It says okay, never mind. Okay, there we go. I'm muting the browser. Anyway. Coming back to the game here, we're gonna have a game from the CivFR Squadrons, Freritos de la Vega, going against SPA. Still one member needs to join, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna join after the draft is finished. Highlands is gonna be the map, so we're gonna have quite a long game in front of ourselves here. We do have to see how, of course, all of the strategies are starting to unfold here. New metas are starting to reveal themselves to us after the BBG did came out, and the players are starting to slowly come to a general sense of what they should do in the game, how they should use the new additional leaders with the bonuses that got changed from BBG, and of course what do they find out to be the best plays. Now on one side we do have Poolp with Lythoxa, Apeul and Oranssi coming up today for SPA. That is, by the way, SPA is a stand-in for Société Protectrice des Animaux, basically the Animal Protection Society of France over there. Woo, of the animals, yeah. Okay, on the other side, we're gonna have Tidube that's gonna join late. We do have Titiits, we got Ulhas and Bartsake playing up tonight for Freritos de la Vega. We do have in the active ban phase, civilizations have started to be taken down immediately. This is actually quite a few games in a row. We saw Scotland taken down. That didn't even matter what kind of map it was. Scotland is basically a no, monsieur, no, Scotland, no, Scotland. Écossais, no, Écossais, you know? It is what it is, man.
Keep the hype going.
Thank you so much, Master Chen. I'm gonna try to do it as much as possible. Thank you so much for the prime, sir. Also, Killwiz, good evening. What a world we live in when Scotland gets a banned first. I know, right? No, Écossais. Oh my God, Écossais. I feel like sorry, if I remember it correctly, Écossais is actually the name in France for Scotland. And we do have also the goals taken down. The Gallic nation is not going to be a part of this game. We do have Spain also taken down, and Cree looks like they are taking out those simmers. Still, a lot of leaders are still going to be open for the picking here. It looks like also Ethiopia is going to be one of the ones taken out, and of course, oh my God, so many simmers. And this is the CivFR Squadrons. We don't have that many bans outright. Compared to, for example, the CPL Premier, they will allow Mali and they will allow how to say Babylon, and they will allow nations that you don't see that often in other tournaments. Mbande also was the last one to be taken down, and now we're gonna see what they're gonna pick. Of course, on the Highlands map, there's gonna be a lot of Tundra civilizations immediately can be picked. We do have Shaka, a win condition in itself. This is actually big boy Zulu over here coming up with easy Kandas with those early armies, with the early mobilization. He's gonna get a lot of damage done against his opponent, and most of the time, man, mid to late game, Shaka shines all over the place. We do, of course, need to see if they're gonna pick something flexible like Rome, or we've seen them also sometimes preferred. Oh, there we go, Rome picked up by Bartsake. We do see sometimes players going for niche civilizations, like maybe some Arabia gameplay, you know, maybe some Korea. We might see some of those come up in the game here. Maybe we're gonna see also something like Mapuche. Poolp, I know, really likes Mapuche, but she also likes to play civilizations like Victoria, for example. I'm not so sure about this map though. Like thinking of, yes, she likes like these kind of civilizations. She likes Australia, for example, but I'm not so sure Poolp is gonna want to go this way. She's a very good war player. It's been a while since I've seen her in a simming position. No Menelik, yeah, no Menelik. Also, I'm not sure what Rafifi was saying over there, but it looks like auto mod over there. It did catch you. Milset, thank you so much for telling me about it. So Ecosse is Scottish, Ecos is Scotland. Yes, that's how you pronounce them. Arirang Korea. I don't know what that is, but I guess, you know, I hope it's a good one. Hey, we got Muhteşem showing up again and Korea showing up. Oh my God. Okay, so we do have those niche civilizations, the leaders is showing up in the game here. We're going to need to see how the players will make good use of them. And of course, we do need to see if they're going to get all of their kinky things going over here. Let me actually put up the map name. Give me a second. Active... Oh, Highlands. Okay, Highlands. I was pinging myself to actually remember. So as you know, it's not really between France and England, and the surname for English is a piece of... Wow. Wow. Really? Really? You are actually calling them a piece of meat? Bro, that... Okay. That's not nice, bro. Not nice. Oh, how far Mali has fallen to not be picked or banned on CMAP? I know, right? And there was... Can you imagine? There was... first of all, on CPL, we actually have it banned, auto-ban. And then in a lot of the other channels, people are calling it... oh, banned Mali, take it down. We cannot handle Mali in the game. It is so powerful. And then when it actually is available to be picked, you know, cree. Nobody's picking it. Good evening, Tito. Hello there, sir. How are you doing? I guess, you know, there must be something, you know, like a respect between the players over there to actually not allow Mali in. You know, that's what it is, man. It's some kind of a backdoor deal over there made between the teams to not pick Mali. Oh, it is what it is, man. And the old alliance, it's an alliance between France and Scotland, but it has been forgotten here. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, we do have two more civilizations banned here. It looks like Mapuche is not going to be a part of the game. Also, Russia is going to take a ban here. Interesting choice to actually go for Gran Colombia for a ban. But of course, when it got its extra movement, now it's actually very, very, very powerful. And higher in the pick choices of the players here. It's actually quite a good change up from the normal games that we've seen. And then we do have one more ban. We're going to need to wait and see who's actually going to get to pick here. And I do want to quickly take a pick if they actually will get Tidube. Titube is not here. Titube is still not here. Emergency sub. Oh my god, emergency sub, or is it a sub? Oh, it is what it is. The old acquaintance we forgot. Yeah. Man, it's all triangle over here, by the way, because he's gonna love this. Like, everybody's pronouncing his name. The old triangle. Where are you, sir? Where are you? Are you around? Are you around? Okay, so it looks like the last civilization taken down was Kublai China. We do have Titiits going for Hammurabi. And of course, we're going to need to see Babylon use its amazing powers to get strong and big and shiny. Now, is he going to manage to do so? Because the last time we see him appear in the game here, he got erased out of existence over there. And it definitely wasn't the best choice that he could have made with Hammurabi over there on the front line versus Bobande. Both of them clashing. You know, they didn't do anything during the game, then they just fight each other. Apeul is making a little bit of fun of us, going for Ludwig the second, but he's not actually locking it in. I don't believe even in the CivFR Squadrons we allow civilizations that have just been put into the game. I believe they will give them a few a few weeks of discovery, and it looks like it is gonna be Yongle. This is the Chinese new leader. We do have him with the Lygia promotion over here, or I should say advantages. All cities receive projects where they can convert 50% of their production into food, faith, or 100% if it is gold. A city with 10 or more population receives +1 gold, 0.5 science, and 0.3 culture per each for each population in the city. Now, it did get toned down to half bonuses, if I'm not mistaken, but anyway, we're gonna need to see. Also, Mazel Chen, yes sir, Tidube is still not here. Tidube is still not here. I don't see him. Oh, he arrived! The man of the hour. I see him in the channels. We're just gonna need to wait for everybody to pick over here, and you do see Oranssi going for Gandhi. Gandhi. And now, of course, last pick. Okay, I'll pick for them, I guess. I'm just gonna click on Vicky over here. Where is Victoria? Where is... Hello, Victoria. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we got everything showing up here. We just need the Titube to come into the game here, and let me unlock the where is it? Oh yeah, they actually asked me to. Okay. See level normal or low. Not that it matters that much on Highlands, but you know, I better ask than sorry. Okay, it's fine. He was finishing a CS:GO game. Wait, he was actually finishing a CS:GO game during an official game. Wow, man, what can I say? The man can do two things at once, you know. I was happy to make a game with John Curtin. It's such a pleasure when your first campus are +5 or +6. Oh, did you? Yes, indeed. Oh, by the way, Rafifi, did you try out the new triple campus adjacency from Bingala in the new BBG? Did you try it out? Okay, so we just need somebody. I think it was no, wait, I don't know exactly who. Oh, it's still Titube that needs to join on Victoria. I guess he's starting up the game and he's opening everything and clicking until he's gonna get in the game here. I don't know why this is telling me requesting something information, but okay, I do want to ask them. Please check games. Oh. Game settings. I put it in, but really late. I went back to Citan, so Pingala was only my third governor. I didn't need to rush it. Yeah, true. I know, but it is so satisfying when you get like a +50 adjacency campus, isn't it? Yeah, just easy peasy, man. That's just like doubling your empire. That's total science immediately. Yeah, exactly, right? +30 with the card, easy peasy. Okay, so the players are actually choosing their civilizations right now. We do have Poolp going for Muhteshem for the big Suleiman with the 10% science and culture when in a golden age or heroic age. He's gonna get +4 combat strength when not in a golden age or heroic against civilizations who are also not in a golden age or heroic, which honestly does make quite an interesting push for him to try to go for the for the third era. But at the same time, well, I gotta say, he doesn't have, I don't think he has the benefit of the unique unit, right? He only has the Barbaric Corsair, so no Janissaries for him, so it's definitely not gonna be one of those. I'm pretty sure Poolp is gonna try to sim as much as possible with Muhteshem here. And we do have Bartsake going for Hammurabi, Titiits going for Söndok, Lythoxa on Yongle. Ulhas is gonna be on Trajan. We do have Apeul on Shaka, Oranssi on Gandhi. Ooh, okay. Wait, Bartsake rejoined, and then somebody. Oh, Lythoxa rejoined over there. Okay, so we're just waiting for Tidube to come in. Does he need another slot? Is he fine? Like, does he need link or? What's happening? Let me actually send him a link. Maybe he's having trouble opening up or joining with somebody, so he needs the link to. Or wait, Sifi, did he actually finish the game, or is he still playing? Is he still finishing the game right now? Tom Pet, good evening, sir. How are you doing? Bonsoir, monsieur. Bienvenue. Oh well, we're waiting. We'll see. Okay, we do have Tidube in. He's in. Okay, all he needed was the link actually. Okay. Tidube is moving down. We do need to see Yongle. Somebody said on Yongle. I'm not sure who should be there. I think it's Lythoxa, if I remember correctly. Lythoxa should be there. I guess he's. Oh my god! Did they just? Did Lythoxa leave? Okay, there we go. He did leave and then came back, so he needs to move down on Yongle. There we go. It should be fine now. Hopefully it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, guys. Okay, we got everybody in. Tidube after 30 minutes. He did manage to get in. I guess it was quite a hard game over there of Counter-Strike for him. Hopefully he also has all of the mods in and he should be fine. The game says he has the mods in, so the mod versions should be fine. I do see it over here, mod versions okay. And the players did have time to check for 0 MSs and try to figure out exactly what's going on there. So it's, you know, all in all, it should be fine. Novaman, hello there, sir, and welcome. Okay, so going into the first map here, we do have to put up the map prediction, the remap prediction. How many remaps are we gonna have today? I'm gonna put it for 5 minutes. Of course, the players are gonna get to play on Highland. This is quite a big map, and a lot of fields will be available for them to put those mines in. But that also slows down a little bit the discovery of the map. The scouts will have a much harder time to go through before they get the first promotion. Afterwards, it's gonna be much easier. Now we do have them also spawning quite a bit of ways away from themselves. They're going to try to figure out exactly where their opponents are, so to make an informed decision on this. Then there's an ongoing, I would say, an ongoing discussion if we should actually put the remap on turn 8 or turn 10 or keep it at turn 8. There were quite a few experiments running around in different competitions to see if it works or not. And now it looks like we do have the first map. The players at turn 8 will get the option to use their remap tokens. Each of the teams have one remap token, and we're going to need to see what they're going to do. how they're gonna use that. Also, let's see what's going on here. We do have India, Delhi with a coastal spawn, but I think he does have fresh water from that river that was underneath the banner there. We do have scouts coming up in 3. Looks like we're gonna have quite a few cities over here for him to settle to the north, to the south, and to the east. I don't see an easy choice for him to get some coastal trade routes with anybody. From what I can see, his allies slash opponents are quite far away from him. That's going to be a bit of a, well, not ideal situation, but it is what it is. We do have Lythoxa to his southwest, which yes, can actually become one of his trading partners here, but again, not in a coastal environment. That's going to be quite well, not gonna be ideal. Not gonna be ideal. All triangle. Hello there. And why is there only a 2-1 base? Shouldn't BBG give? We don't in the CivFR Squadrons. There is no BCY, the better city yields mod. It doesn't apply there. And also all triangle. There was so much discussion about you earlier in the chat. By the way, we're talking about a lot of old stuff over there. AULD. Everybody was talking about all the deals, all the alliances, and so on and so forth. It was quite something. Yeah. It happened, man. We do have to take a look on the next part of the map here. What do we have? We do have Babylon, Hammurabi, to the northeast of India. Looks like he's also gonna have the choice to move for a 2-2 base. He did have, well, I guess he didn't know about the horses on the other side, and I'm pretty sure its location is fine anyway. He's gonna have quite a bit of fresh water from the rivers, and of course the Palgum is gonna be quite great for him. Remember that Palgum is a replacement water mill, so it does give you more bonuses, but if you are on a river, because otherwise you can't really put it in the city. He will have the rivers he needs to actually build that. He's gonna get extra food from the freshwater tiles next to the river. That's gonna be quite something. You can see there are quite a few of them with fresh water over here. And that's a lot of food for Bartsake. Now he's gonna need to show us how he wants to deal with India to his southwest, and of course since he does have Fez quite close to him, you can imagine that's probably gonna be one of his cities that he wants to take on from the beginning. I think he's gonna want to Suz it, plug some envoys in. I'm pretty sure Babylon wants as much science as possible. Let's see to the southeast. No Tundra. No, we don't have any Tundra things over here happening. Okay, northeast, nothing happening. Oh, middle of the map, we got Zulu. You're just in for from gardening. Very nice. You gotta share with us at some point, by the way, what you're doing. I'm pretty sure you're doing amazing stuff. We want to see, by the way. We want to see. We got Apeul coming up with Zulu. He's gonna get his 2-2 base. I see he did move for a hill, so he's gonna get that turn 2. He can actually settle another city on that geothermal to the west side, or on well, I guess geothermal is much better than going next to the mountain. He's gonna have dice tiles in the second city, which will allow him to get 1 point of faith generated. That's actually quite nice. He can go for the +1 production card instead of the God King card, even if he's gonna get his Pantheon a little later. He's gonna get more production towards other stuff in the meantime. We do have more rivers for him to go for in the south. Looks like being in the middle of the map, he's gonna have access to quite a few civilizations. And I gotta point out, for example, to the northeast, he's gonna have Rome. To the west side, he has Babylon. And to the southeast, he's gonna have Korea. He's in between 3 civilizations. He's gonna need to figure out how he's gonna want to deal with all 3 of them at the same time. This is well, I guess if there's a civilization that you want in between everybody, this is it. This is right, Ulundi. We do have Apeul here that's gonna need to figure out exactly how he's gonna do his sim. Whoa! What is this triangle of forces, man? I'm gonna actually take a picture of this. I've never seen this. I've never seen this before. Wow, this is unbelievable. Triangle of forces. Wow, okay. We got Gyeongju with a 2-2 base as well to the southeast of Ulundi. We do have him getting some huts there, and we are going through the turns here. We're turn 4, just turning into turn 4, and we're going to need to see what the players choose. Now, Gyeongju is going to have a bit of a problem with food here. A lot of plains hills, not a lot of food for him to develop on. I guess irrigation, or how to say, fertility rates might be a good thing. He has quite a bit of wheat to the west side, but still the capital will have a problem. Only has like maybe a banana to work there, sources for the 2-2s, and that's about it. We're going to need to see how he's going to try to figure out how to get out of this situation. Now, the good thing is, well, I guess the Mercury does give him an extra food there. We do have him also with a decent amount of cities to the east, to the south, a lot of hills, because this is highlands for him to put his seons down. I'm actually again curious, where is he gonna choose one? Maybe it's here to the south or maybe to the southeast. Both of the are viable choices, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't know exactly where his iron is yet. He's gonna go and try to get those campuses, those seons, the replacement campuses, really quickly. Apology, bonsoir monsieur. How are you doing, sir? Glad to see you, by the way, on the stream, and glad to see you made that very, very well home. I was actually looking, man, amazing game last time. Amazing game you put up over there with... oh my god, I forgot a civilization. With gold. I never saw more than 6 strategic resources cluster, but that is just on another level. I know, right? Those horses over there are insane. Okay, we do need to take a look at Rome. We do have him with a 2-1 base. Ulhas is gonna get the coastal set up to the north, but again, nobody to actually trade with coastally. This might be a reason for them to try to do a remap, because they don't have any coastal trade routes, and I don't think they know how everybody else actually spawned on the other team, so they might actually think, they might actually think their opponents will benefit from that advantage, and they won't benefit from that advantage. We'll see how this goes. I do want to share really quickly the picture, by the way, the thing. Where can I put it? In Civilization 6, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on my Discord over there. The big triangle of horses. Kick W. Okay, I do see Rome is going to benefit from some mountains in the south. He does have a decent amount of fresh water. I think all around he's going to be quite happy with his land over here. Can always use the baths to actually aqueduct those cities, and of course we do have him relatively close to the southwest to Zulu. Now we do have also 3 more civilizations that we should quickly go through, and we don't have that much time, maybe like 2 minutes to go for them. Poolp here with Istanbul is also gonna get a few rivers with fresh water to develop her city zone. 2-2 base underneath the city center with a scout coming up in 1 turn. Multiple strategic resources around that, and from what I do see, she's also quite far away from an opponent. I do have to mention over here to the south, she might actually get a city very, very far in the south over here. That, well, that's going to take quite a bit of time, but she can set up later on in the game coastal trade routes with... Oh no, wait. No, she can't. This is, oh my god, I was thinking of China, but that is not China. That is actually London. That is Tidube showing up over here with a 2-2 base. He's gonna get the, how to say, the drop on these seas. He's not gonna let anybody do any kind of shenanigans here to actually get an economic zone in his own waters. Can you imagine that? Man, this is like walking in a man's home and taking stuff from his fridge, you know? Like this should not be happening. We do have London over here pumping out a settler, and he does have quite a bit of coast to go for in the northeast, a lot of mountains to the west side, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be happy with this spawn. Again, only problem is the lack of connectivity on the economic zone. Those trade routes are just gonna need to be land-based. It's not ideal, man. It's not ideal. It's like half gold. Well, you know, it's not ideal because we got used to those amazing points of gold just dropping in from the sky, you know. Yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let me actually take a quick peek over here. Oh, something. Whoa, that's amazing. That's amazing. Arches for vegetables. Oh my god, I definitely need to give this idea to my father also. He would love this in his garden. He would definitely love this in his garden. Well, it's probably gonna be quite a work over there for him to convince my mother to do that. You know, amazing, amazing. Hello there, Natro. Good evening, sir. Does England have a split? That's a good question. He does. He actually has two other continents for him to split. Oh, well, we paused during a turn rollover. It is what it is. What is Team 1 on se reveal? What is this? What? But are they saying there's no Team 1? There is Team 1. I don't know. The archers agreed for beams, cucumbers, etc. Triple continent split England. Yes, Team 1 wake up. Oh, okay, okay. So wait, they wanted to say Team 1 should have actually put the pause, and then Oranssi was saying that it was my thing. Okay, never mind. It's fine. We got it. We got the vote going. It's all good. So on one side we do have Freritos de la Vega. On the other side we got SPA. Freritos will come up today with Titiube, Ulhas, Titiits, and Bartsake. On the right side, SPA with Oranssi, Apeul, Lythoxa, and Poolp. We're gonna give a moment over here so I can actually finish the vote. It is gonna be zero remaps. Complete prediction over there. Okay, let me actually take a look what's going on. I don't want to put the prediction for who is gonna win before I actually get to talk about the early moves. I do want to put up the team labels on the map because this was something that was you guys told me over and over again that I should put them a little bit faster so everybody gets to see from the beginning who are they gonna get to vote in, even though I did actually put up the team names in the game. But anyway, it's fine. I'm just this is I guess a bit more obvious as a sign. Okay, so let's talk about Gandhi over here coming up with settler in Delhi. He's gonna benefit from an iron tile over there to the northeast. Why are they asking for relobby? What's going on? I have no idea what's going on there, by the way. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. They want the host. So he thought initially it's gonna be better. Okay. If I host, I mean, I'm so happy actually. I don't need to host on this because I'm not gonna freeze. Okay, it's fine. I'm asking him actually, are you sure about this? Because, you know, you're not going to have any more forced moves and stuff like that. Because, you know, kick W. Anyway, Kid Mud Keep Z071. Thank you so much for the follow, sir, and welcome. We are gonna have a quick relobby here, and then we're gonna go into the game. There, I did notice Gandhi is gonna get his. He's gonna need to get his simming going. He does have an opponent to go against. I think Babylon, if I remember, to the northeast, and he can trade with Yongle to his southwest. Now, it's gonna be quite a challenge for him to get. An economic zone going over there. It's not really usual that we do see Gandhi going for commercials. Most of the time we do see Gandhi going for holy sites, trying to get this religion, using the advantages of monumentality and the faith, the extra bonuses that he gets towards faith and so on, towards a religion. Actually, he's gonna get an extra belief, and he's gonna get anyway to move his builders, settlers much faster with one movement. So all in all, it's quite interesting. Also, Circa Assassin asking us why is Muhtesham picked often nowadays, or was he recently buffed or something? I think he just got on. Yeah, he couldn't be picked before. Nice makes a good point over there. And we do need to see what the players are gonna start to do with him. It got picked in the normal games, in the the normal teamers, in the normal free for alls, in not the official ones, and the players did manage to get a bit of experience with him. But I wouldn't say they're very experienced with him. It's gonna take a few months of games for each, of course, of these players to actually make the most of what they can do with Muhtesham. Also, Old Triangle is asking us what is my opinion of players for Yongle, good or just okay. Actually, I still need to form an opinion of Yongle. Last time I saw him, it was being played by Rage in CPL Premier, if I'm not mistaken, and he did manage to do with him quite well. He did well. I guess it was game dependent over there with everything. To see what was going on. Anyway, I hope everybody has yeah, it's fine. Anyway, I do need to see more games before I form an opinion. I guess that's the bottom line. I usually don't like to form an opinion beforehand. It sounds like the bonuses sound very good, and if you do manage to get the 10 population, it's very, very nice. It did get toned down a little bit. I believe you don't get any more that much science and culture per each population level, per each pop actually. So again, the BBG team did try to balance it out with all other nations. Now, how is he gonna actually find his place in the mix? That's something that needs to be revealed over here. How is he ending up performing versus other civilizations in the same situations on different maps, and so on and so forth. VTC, bonsoir monsieur, bienvenue. We were watching Delhi, and one thing that I did not notice on Delhi was his forces. I'm not sure exactly where did they spawn, but maybe we're gonna have them revealed soon enough when the players do get in, and of course the game starts to load over here. We're still in the please wait. Okay, there we go. So that tile over there on the coast southeast, 3 tiles out, is gonna be his force. Unfortunately, that's gonna be quite expensive to get to unless he actually puts a city closer, and that might be exactly where he's going. Yeah, he's going on the 2-1 base, and he's going to benefit from a +3 campus if he wants to, and so on. And I'm pretty sure Oranssi here is going to go for the holy sites. His astrology 4 turns away from astrology. Also, Bartsake, a really good spawn, a lot of river for Highlands. Everybody has a lot of rivers for Highlands. I don't know what happened with Highlands, because honestly, I'm remembering Highlands totally different, man. Did they change a little bit? Did Fire Axis change a little bit the spawning rate of rivers on Highlands or something, and we didn't know it? Ninja update. Also, Access Lead, good evening, sir. My performing with Yongle in FFA was really good, since it was China still. It's a China still. Yeah, that's true. Oxtariel, good evening. When vote after we finish with the initial moves over here. Also, I know that JR, Apeul, and Lythoxa did a lot of theory crafting on Yongle, and I'm sure they will show some really cool stuff. In my personal opinion, I think Yongle is secretly OP. Oh, okay. I mean, that's, you know, that you're putting it in a high expectation, you know. Now everybody's gonna expect extremely amazing stuff from from Yongle, man. I don't know. We're gonna need to see if that actually comes in. Anyway, next up we do have Bartsake with the Babylon 2-2 base. We do have Settler coming up in 7. Looks like he is gonna get a city closer to Fez. He did figure out where Fez is, and you do see he's starting to sniff around with a warrior and a scout. There is an Indian scout moving from the west side, which might actually get to interfere with the Babylon settler. No, it's fine. They don't have enough movement. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to actually get to the right style. While I do see Bartsake settler is gonna get there in 3 turns. In the third turn, he's actually gonna put it down. It's gonna be fine. We do have Babylon with access to iron tile, second ring out. That's actually quite cheap, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna grow to it at some point. Probably before he's gonna get bronze working. I don't see him getting bronze working anytime soon here. We do have horses from Babylon. It looks like he's gonna get those horses in his initial settle. That's actually quite nice. No gold needs to be put down. Okay. And next up, Zulu with the iron in the capital city, right next to his capital. I do see he did just pump out a settler there. This feels like it's a bit late on him. I'm not sure why, but he did actually get this settler a bit later. We do have him with 2 scouts. He did figure out Candy is to the north. I don't think he's gonna care that much. And I do see his horses are gonna be second ring to the north. A decent amount of 2-2s for him to work for. He's actually growing in some, moving to the west side. Pretty sure he's gonna grow. He's gonna go on that geothermal fissure. He's gonna have a +4 campus with a dice tile from the beginning, bananas for extra food. All in all, that is a good second settle. Looking at Korea over here, we do have already Titiits putting down those Seons. He did choose to put one from Gyeongju to the southwest, and I'm actually quite interested in where is he gonna put the second one from. Okay, there we go. He just figured it out. He wants it in the south. Then he's gonna get them really quickly. Of course, these are half-cost districts, so very quick to put down, and of course benefit from it's very usual that Seondok is gonna get a lot of science at the beginning. Also, will probably have first dips on the first scientist, so very good overall for him. How is he gonna manage with the culture? We're gonna need to see. We're also gonna need to see how the players will try to adapt the city park meta into this. I'm actually quite curious if they're gonna go for any of that, especially on Highlands. It does feel like city parks should be a choice, right? JR is in the game. He's not. He's actually not in the game. Also, Yongle feed the wall seems like a fun combo. Oh, yes. Oh my god, all triangle. I think you hit a soft spot over there. Oh man. Let me actually see what's going on over there. Okay, on Gyeongju we do have an iron tile to the east side. I do also see horses in the second ring. Both of them are actually second ring. It's he's gonna get to buy them, improve them. He's not gonna need to worry about any kind of shenanigans from an opponent at the early stage. There's only Zulu to the northwest, which he might actually need to deal with at some point. Zulu is not that far away from actually getting those cities. Zulu is gonna be protected a little bit from Rome because of the lake inland sea between them, but not for long, especially with the open land over here to the west of Kume. He might just wrap around and go towards Ulundi, Rome, of course. We do have a third settler coming up from Gyeongju soon, and I think we should move on forward towards Rome. We're gonna come back to see the pantheons anyway, and we're gonna see the development of the empire, so it should be fine all in all. We got Rome pumping out that third settler in 2 turns, and I do see he's gonna benefit from an iron tile over there to the northeast. Horses between the city of Kume and Rome. He's also gonna have horses to the west of Kume, 2 tiles out, and I do see a banana over here to the southeast. River Gardens plus stupas. Oh, that could be interesting also. The problem with let me see, the problem when you have big cities, if you need lots of amenities, but okay, I mean that's why you have the parks, bro. Parks, you know, you get Colosseum, parks and everything. Yeah, you know, you do what you have to do, man. Okay, next up, we do need to take a look at England. Triple continent split England. He already put a city on the western continent, which does mean he's gonna get an extra trade route capacity to use, which will allow him to get a better overall. I think this is gonna be Magnus Internals London. I feel like that should be the best choice here. He did improve his 2 fish tiles for his Celestial Navigation boost, and he's gonna get a 3rd settler soon. Actually, I don't think he's gonna go that fast on the 3rd continent. He's probably gonna want to put a city in between, maybe on that 2-2 tile to the east side, so he can get his things going. He has a geothermal fisher next to the mountains, again a +4 easy peasy that could be put down there, and multiple strategic resources also available for him to improve, get horses in his empire from his capital city. That's actually one ring out. We do have the iron tiles that ring out, but also he's gonna get them closer if he actually settles to the northeast, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna go there. China though is coming in with a warrior, is gonna try to do something here, and I'm pretty sure he might actually force I'm pretty sure he's gonna force London to buy something to defend himself. At the moment, the Chinese warrior is not in vision. It's actually 2 tiles out from the borders here. It's gonna take a while until he gets there. Oh man, I'm still having this. Like at some point, my nose just goes crazy. Anyway, to the east side, what do we have? We have China, actually, with one of the first pantheons of the game. Religious settlements was chosen by him, and looks like Lythoxa did put down a 2nd city to the east side on the Long Sea, on that lake. We do have him also getting some builders to improve. Already got his horses improved, and I do see a sheep tile. He's moving to the west side with that settler, and I'm thinking he's not going to put it on the coast. It does look like it's a bit barren over there to the west side with a few hills. Maybe going for the sheep tile or next to the sheep tile would be a much better idea. He has a +4 campus that he could use, a +3 campus, the geothermal giving him the bonuses. I mean, all in all, it does seem like it's gonna be a good choice. More geothermals, by the way, in perfect places for him to get a lot of science out of those mountains, and of course these campuses. Now, we're gonna keep on watching to see how Beijing is gonna want to develop this empire, and what is he gonna try to use his bonuses for. Oh my god, man, my nose. What is he gonna use his bonuses for, so he gets everything going. We'll see. To the north, we do have Poolp coming up with Ottomans. She is already getting the extra production from the stone tiles, and I do actually think she has quite a few stones to improve. But like initially I saw, okay, she improved 2 stone tiles. I was thinking maybe stone circles, but then I look around and I see, yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be the best choice, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. None in the cities that she's gonna put soon, so I'm not that convinced this is gonna be the best choice for her as a pantheon. She's still gonna need to figure out what she wants to have here, but she is making faith per turn. She's on 8 faith right now, so she's not gonna be that far off from getting there. An iron tile to the west of Istanbul. We do have also another iron tile to the northeast in the 2nd ring. I don't see horses though. There's no horses in Shiva, so there's Istanbul, no horses in the 3 rings she has over there to expand in, but she does have horses in the 4th ring to the north that she's gonna need to settle for them. Not really ideal situation, but I guess, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Also, is it me or the map has an unusual amount of rivers for highlands? I know, right? I feel the same. This is like so much fresh water on highlands, so much fresh water. Anyway, I think we actually got to watch all of them. We're going to need to bounce around a little bit to see what their choices were in the pantheons. But this actually gives me a little bit of time to figure out if we're going to get the vote going. Let me actually put up the vote and we'll see how this develops over here. Who will win? On one side we do have SPA, on the other side we do have Freritos de la Vega. Okay, there we go. Submission period 30 minutes. Let's go. Good and Apeul closing. Where are the 8 horses located? Wait, where were they? Here? Yeah, here. Found them. 2, 4, 6, 7 horses. 7 horses. Man, these are the 7 horses of the apocalypse, bro. Look at this. Oh man, oh man. What can I say? It is gonna be to the south of Zulu. Can you imagine Zulu God of Craftsman? Oh, he went to the war and plundered. No, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Yeah, imagine Australia spawn near those horses. Yes, exactly. Well, we do have Apeul putting down his Ikandas, and I do see him going for a third city to the north, where he is gonna have an encounter of the third kind with the Roman warrior. No, he's gonna jump into the lake and get himself saved. Run, my child, run. On the Rome side, we do have him getting those settlers. I don't see a Pantheon yet. That's what I'm trying to figure out, if they are getting Pantheons or not. I do see Zulu just pop 10 faith, but he already has a Pantheon, so it doesn't matter that much. City Patron Goddess for India. This is actually a bit of a surprise. He wants his half-coast holy sites, I guess. And of course, we're going to need to see what he's going to do here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Going for Celestial Navigation on Gandhi? Like, is this going to be commercial Gandhi? Is okay. I don't see any holy sites put down, so I'm very confused about what's happening here. This is not the Gandhi I used to know. This is definitely not the Gandhi I used to know. We'll see. I mean, we need to figure out if this is gonna be the best Gandhi, or the mediocre Gandhi, or the newbie Gandhi. We're gonna need to see. Usually we have the holy sites starting to pop up from the cities. We have a religion starting to acquire those points. We do have those faith points also acquired by his capital, by his city centers, where we see Gandhi try to gear up for the monumentality. Now, this is not the one. This doesn't look like he's the one. He's doing exactly that. So we need to see if he's gonna be on point with his gold generation and trying to get as much gold as possible for his teammates. Maybe he got designated the gold generator of the team. So that sometimes happens, and it's not your fault, man. Like, it's not your fault. Janus, good evening, sir. Also, those asking us, imagine a Kree next to this. Oh, yes, I can imagine. Did he predict the weird spawn? He did not. Yeah, no, he did not. Antosac 10, good evening, sir, and welcome. If you guys didn't know, by the way, we do have a command over here, exclamation mark CivFR season 1. You can season 11 actually, sorry. You can take a look at all of the links over there for the challenge 1 for the different divisions, and of course you can check out their scores on a weekly basis. I believe they do get updated as soon as possible there. Okay, we do have Ottomans still needing to get the faith generation. Rome got God of Craftsman as a Pantheon. Ulhas getting a 4th and a 5th settler quite early in the game. He did spend a lot of gold to actually get that coffee tile, by the way. That's a 25 plus 35 gold. That is a lot of gold investment for an extra culture point. And I do see he's he's gonna he's gonna need to actually put down some districts over here. I don't see any districts at the moment, and it makes me curious exactly what he's gonna do. Magnus plugged into Rome, and we do see him getting some builders on the east side. He did move his third city very, very far east on a 4-1 tile, and of course got in the face of Korea over there. They do know Korea is to the south. Titiits is gonna be between I would say his allies. Rome to the north, and I guess east is gonna be Tidube. The only problem is Mr. Zulu to the west side. What did England do? Okay, England did go for Royal Navy dockyards. He didn't actually go to the northeast. The Chinese warrior to the east side actually blocked the movement there. He couldn't actually expand. This is a bit unfortunate because he's not going to get a Royal Navy dockyard from Manchester, which will take away quite a bit of extra gold, not to mention the annual points and so on that he could have got. An extra trade route also. Now he's going to need to get new settlers to go to the northeast, and the faster he expands into the second continent, third continent actually, because he already expanded to the second one, he's gonna get that extra trade route. So I'm pretty sure he needs to get there faster, but he's thinking, okay, but I want to be safe about this, so let's see how fast and safe we can actually expand to the northeast. And let's see, Babylon, there's still no Pantheon yet. We do have India getting irrigation boost. Okay, and I see fish here. I'm very confused about this opening, by the way. I'm very confused. Stone Circles actually was the pantheon chosen by Poolp. She is figuring out, she's considering getting an extra production point on these stone tiles in the capital. Is gonna make good work. And I do see another builder could improve another stone tile there to the northeast, and she does have some iron tiles to go for. I did notice a lot of them are actually going for currency and or celestial navigation to get their commercial zones down, or I should say their gold generation going, and we do need to see how fast they're gonna manage to switch to something else, switch to science, switch to culture, switch to, and of course that will allow us to get a vision, get an idea of what's going to happen in the next part of the game. Tompet asking us about the gold age for Muhteshem. She should be fine, I believe. Poolp is 18 out of 19, so she's getting there. We do have 7 more turns until the next era, and that's from what I can see, she's actually the only one lagging a little bit behind, with one remaining point for her. I'm pretty sure she's gonna get it from a technology. Yeah, there we go. Currency coming up in 2. That's the point she needs to get the golden age. We do also need to see who's actually gonna get to spawn much faster the cities. I'm pretty sure most of the players will try to get the 4th and the 5th cities out before the next era, which kind of begs the questions, why are they not making them? Like, only Rome is making them right now, right? Yeah, we do have a 4th city here, another 5th city coming up from Kume. I do see Korea already getting, well, I guess Korea I can understand, because he's building his sewers, he's getting other stuff going. He wants to benefit from the half from the district discounts. I just saw, by the way, that commercial was only 2. So he has a lot of stuff to do, improving his land with the builders, getting more production, and the science. If you put these mines next to the sewers, they're getting him that extra science point. Well, we do have also Magnus being plugged in Gyeongju, and I do see fertility rights was indeed picked up by Titiits. He did recognize that he's gonna have a significant problem with his food generation. Give me a second, got pinged. Now let's take a look over here. We do have religious settlements for China. He's also plugging in Magnus in the capital, and multiple commercials are starting to come around here, going as soon as possible for the merchants. Interesting. So many civilizations are going for these merchant points. Oh, wait a second. Done. Yeah, 1 second, so I can answer the message over here. Oh, this is so, like, writing with one hand. Oh my god, man. Writing one hand writing, not good. Anyway. Coming back to the game here, we're 5 turns away from the golden age. Have you seen natural wonders? I did not, actually. Let's see. Upsunor Hollow coming up here to the south. No, I didn't see any new ones. Rome is stepping on an Ikanda. He's gonna lose that one, by the way. In Moksha beginning with Zulu. Okay, I do see no wonders here, no wonders. Oh, and by the way, Paititi is gonna be to the north. I think I saw Vesuvius. Wasn't Vesuvius here? Yes, I did see Vesuvius to the north of England, and he can definitely settle a city over there. Not gonna be that bothered by Ottomans in the north, and I'm pretty sure Tidube is gonna have this one tile choke in his how to say, defense. It's gonna be fine. Let's see, any other wonder? So we got to see 3 wonders. Any other wonder? I have not seen any other wonder. Well, I guess it's gonna need to reveal itself to us in the game. Did you guys see any more wonders? I didn't see any. Oh, Zangi Danksia. Okay, north. That's a fourth one. So one more. Is there gonna be another one in the tundra? What is going on with Zangi Danksia spawning in the tundra, by the way? I'm pretty sure it shouldn't have spawned in the tundra. Or at least I rarely see it in the tundra. Anyway, I don't know where the wonder is, and I want to keep on watching the game rather than hunt for wonders. There was a volcanic wonder. Yeah, Vesuvius, right? Vesuvius, this one is the third one I counted. Anyway, looking at the city-states, we do have in the game Samarkand with Kakokia and Hansa for the trade city-states. Valletta with Lahore and Kabul will be providing military bonuses, and I do see Antananarivo with Mohenjo-Daro for the culture. I do also notice Bologna and Fez will be the ones providing the science bonuses. At the moment, I don't see anybody actually getting to Suez Fez, but I do see Babylon, for example. Babylon should have one. No, this is Babylon Bartsake. Yeah, he does have one. It's fine. Also getting all of those palgums, by the way. Did you notice what's happening with his food around these freshwater tiles? Oh my god, look at the food over there. He's gonna get it in Borsipa also, but in Babylon over here, he has food on all of these tiles. Amazing. This is gonna allow him to grow his population so high in the sky. Okay. Also, let me take a look. Did I miss something over here? I think Cinguetti and Candy were the ones that I did not speak about. Cinguetti is going to be awesome, by the way, but it would have been awesome if there was actually a civilization going for a religion. Wink, wink. What happened, Delhi? What happened, India? I mean, I'm very curious what is going on here. Why Oranssi chose to go for harbors instead of going for the normal holy site opening for India. And of course, if he's gonna go harbors, he's probably gonna go Pembrasian voice. He's gonna ignore the monumentality era. Okay, I mean, okay, that's well, that's fine. That's fine. That's, you know, it's fine. You do what you have to do, man, in the game. One of the weaknesses over here of China might be the fact that he's gonna have a lot of planes to discover and unfortunately to work on, and unfortunately he's not gonna have that much food from them. Now he can buy out some tiles. For example, the rice tile is 3 tiles out from Beijing to give him that 4 food. I do notice he's working the Ligia food what is it called? Project. So he's trying to get that city to a higher population. Now, how effective that will be, we're going to need to take a watch over here how fast he's actually going to grow to the next population levels. I do see him getting some markets out, working Magnus internals will also give him some extra food from each of those traders, and of course some extra production to work there, respective to the districts he has built in the city he's sending the trade out to. 2 turns out from a golden age. I'm pretty sure everybody is over the threshold. Yeah, we do have actually Poolp over there, right on the niche, right on the threshold, but she's fine. She's getting a 4th city out soon. Okay, so I guess more and more players are trying to put down the cities here, and we do need to see how many of them are actually going to get these great people. I do see right now on the merchant screen, for example, China is making 3. We got Korea on 1, but everybody else is starting to finish up their commercials. They did put them down, but did not finish them in the meantime. Monument to the gods? Isn't this the one that gives you more production towards building wonders? It's like 15% or something. 20% production towards wonders. 14 turns project. I think that's 141 turns. Wasn't it like it's 140? It's 140 for a project, man. But look at that. He actually is growing. He has 7.5 surplus food in that city. He's growing so fast with the project. And I don't think you need to finish the project. You just need to keep it working, and it just grows your population, right? That's how it works. You just convert the production into this. into food, then you allow yourself to work more tiles and so on. But he's still gonna have a bit of a problem not working the project. Like when he wants to build something, if he has too much population and working too little food, he's gonna lack food, so he's gonna grow down. He's gonna like go down one population level and so on. Not really ideal. Fourth and fifth settler coming up for England as well. God of the Sea as a pantheon. He's getting the extra production on each of these coastal resources, and he will have quite a few of them to work there. I do also notice Tidube needs to figure out if he's gonna go. Okay, he's gonna go to the north towards Mount Vesuvius, which is already exploding, spewing that lava left, right, and center. While I do see he's also starting to move towards the northeast. He's gonna get relatively close up and personal with Lythoxa's China. Not sure if that's actually going to be that big of a problem, especially since it's another continent, by the way. Redcoats could be a thing here, guys. We might actually see a redcoat attack from Tidube. This is one of those, like, 1 out of 15 games in which we have England spawning on a correct continent with an opponent on another continent in redcoat range. I can't wait to see if that's actually going to happen, by the way. Let's see over here. We do have okay, more of these commercials coming up. I do see India getting harbors. Oh my god, this might be so confusing, by the way, for his opponents. Can you imagine they're watching over here India, you see, and then the thing is he actually going, why is India going harbors? Is he close to us? Like, do we need to, you know, scout each other out? Like, is he gonna be on the same coast of us or something, or what's going on? We do have multiple builders coming up from Madurai and Agra, and I do see India is gonna get to improve his horses over here. Did not actually go for the iron tile. I'm pretty sure they don't have bronze working on a lot of them, so they don't know exactly where their iron is unless somebody with bronze working is gonna reveal it. And of course, the one with bronze working is Apeul. He could help that on SPA. He could tell everybody where their iron is. I'd also notice Zulu did manage to put down his governor on Plaza. Did not get his 4th and 5th settler out, but did manage to get a great general with his God of War and Plunder. 3 Kandas put down. He's making 6 great general points a turn. Easy peasy points, I might add. Now, he does have a decent land to actually develop his cities on. He did need to push back the Roman warrior and that Korean scout from his territory, so he could actually get some scouts, he could get some settlers going. He's making already traders, okay, sending traders towards Babylon to the west side. I guess they do want to connect their lands here. Wait, that can't be. Where is this trader going? Antananarivo. Oh, wait, Antananarivo. I see how it is. I mean, this might be a problem for Babylon. Bartsake might be caught between 2 nations over here. If India is going to get some horses and then we have Zulu getting some imps, this is going to be quite problematic for Bartsake. I'm not sure if that's actually the timing they're going for, especially since we do see India over there is making an economy rather than anything else. So maybe Zulu is going to build this road, get a city right in the face of Bartsake and try to poke him with imps at the correct time when he's going to get his core ability up and of course getting more generals and so on, getting his infrastructure going. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a good pen brush and voice for him. The only occasion when I take Monument to the God is with Eleanor France. I play France with China cosplay. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Maybe it will be interesting with Ludwig. That also makes sense. Now we're going to need to see if that's actually going to be something that is going to be in the player preferences. At the moment, for example, I see, Liang. I see Liang. Woo woo. We got Liang. We got Korea actually choosing to go Magnus in Gyeongju and then Liang in the Gwangju to the south. I'm not sure exactly what's the difference in pronunciation. Gyeongju and Gwangju. Is this the difference in pronunciation? You know, like one with an upper E and one with an O in the south. I don't know. Anyway, I guess at some point somebody's gonna tell me, oh, you did bad. You did not pronounce that word correctly. 5 points, 5 minutes in the corner. Oh, yes, it happens. We got Ancestral Hall coming up from that capital city of Korea. He's going to want to expand this as soon as possible and get all of the benefits, reap the benefits of that uh, early builder. Now, this might pose a problem when it comes to the food generation in the city, since he's not going to get the benefits of that extra food from Audience Chamber. And of course, we're going to need to see how he's going to try to use his fertility rights pantheon, getting the extra food from the maize tiles, from the wheat tiles, to actually get in there and get more population. We do have to take a look from the left to the right what the players did manage to get as options here in the golden ages. We got Penbrush and Voice for Tidube, and he's gonna get that extra +2 culture +1 gold for each of these built districts in his cities. I do also notice Royal Navy dockyards are coming out from more cities, and also settlers are gonna be trained here. He definitely wants to expand as wide as possible and get as many points as possible, many population points as possible for the upcoming seeming era. I don't think there's gonna be an early warfare, honestly. Like, I see China here not prepared for a war. England is not prepared for a war. They're not actually gearing up for anything. We got Ulhas with a Penbrush and Voice Golden. She's on 12 science and 28 culture. Went for Magnus. Now he is not plugging anything else. I do see Hanging Gardens coming up from Kume from him. This is actually going to be quite a good wonder, giving him some extra housing, but at the same time the 15% growth is amazing. Also plugging in Li Yang in the city of Kume is gonna try to use the advantages of Magnus at the beginning for the extra food and production. Now Li Yang is actually, is he gonna try to go for city parks? That's the question we need to answer, right? Or try to go for just the bonuses in that particular city and follow up with maybe a moksha, maybe something else. He definitely has good science and culture at the moment. 5 cities to work for. I'm pretty sure he's gonna need to go for more cities, but it's fine. He has time. We got Titiits over here with a Penbrush and Voice. 17 science, 20 culture, and I do see him on those 3 cities. I did go for Li Yang on the left tree here. He's benefiting from that extra production, but no parks yet. It's gonna take a while until he's gonna get all of the points for Li Yang to put parks down. Looks like I spoke quite a bit and lost my voice. KW. We got Bartsake with Babylon Empire, 13 science, 19 culture. I do see Hammurabi still on 3 cities. He's getting his campuses going, and I went for Magnus Li Yang as well. Babylon is getting Ancestral Hall, and now we're going to need to see how fast he's going to try to expand here. It's definitely slower than we've seen people expand with the normal, how to say, with the normal build, with Moksha slash Pingala opening, or even Magnus slash Moksha opening. Now we do have to follow this up, and we're going to need to see how things will evolve. Maybe they can catch up faster after they get everything going with the extra metis. They do get some bonuses over there, of course, in the series. Keeping your people happy, ecstatic is quite good. Oranssi also Penbrush and Voice on 3 series India. He's getting another settler to the south over here. I'm sorry. I'm very confused. This is definitely not the normal India I know. You know, like I finally I do see a holy site at least. I see the light. I see the light. The holy site coming out from India. Yes, yes. Okay, he's okay. He's coming back. Maybe he's coming back. Maybe it's just a difference in timings. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. We got them actually buying a trader for him. I do notice he's putting down his Kafran Plaza over here from Delhi, and we do have more lighthouses coming out from Madurai and Agra. A lot of time to spend into these lighthouses. Maybe he could have actually chopped some, because honestly, this is so much time. So much time. Apeul, 15 science and 26 culture on Zulu. Still on 3 cities. He's getting horses. Oh, I see how it is. He's gonna try to go against Babylon. Oh, but oh my God, look at Babylon go, man. He's getting his settlers in 2 turns from his capital city and his second city over here. He's gonna get to expand quite fast over here with Ancestral Hall. He's gonna get the fast builder out of it, and we're gonna need to see how fast he's gonna manage to get everything going. We do have Apeul managing to get a military engineer with the general. He did activate his general, and of course got one of those. It's this one, right? Buriga. We do have more horses actually coming up from him, and I do see he's benefiting from Shun Tzu. So at the moment, it looks like Babylon is figuring out this is happening, by the way, and this is definitely a problem. Bartsake knows that he's going to need to build up an army to defend against a possible attack, and he is gonna see the horses because of this scout over here. The scout is gonna die to these horses, and immediately after that he's gonna know. He is gonna know. We got Lythoxa and Russian voice golden age on Yongle. We got him building up some horses here. He is going to need to defend against the English scouts coming from the east and the west, getting his settlers from Beijing and Longxi. And I do see a pattern over here, getting those that ancestral hold does give you quite a bit of production towards your settlers, especially I'm pretty sure both of them are working the half coast card. Now again, we've seen this a lot of the times, and the biggest question is it worth it compared to the other ones? Because, you know, you give up some time here, you try to make up for it another time later on, and so on and so forth, and sometimes unfortunately it's just not is what it is, you know. We do have we do have to also see how Lythoxa is going to get to use these shops. He already has a settler moving to the southeast somewhere, probably going to put it there to the west of Srinagar, or I should say between Longxi and Srinagar on the river. You know what I would love, by the way, as a mechanic? I would definitely love to see how they could connect rivers with traders. You know, like don't only connect traders like this. If you have cities that are sharing the same river, for example Srinagar and the city upcoming over here, or even this one Longxi, they should be able to connect with a trader or something. Like there should be a mechanic that should allow them to connect with each other. But anyway, Temple of Artemis coming up from Agra. I do see Moksha is chosen as a second governor here. He's going minus in the capital, getting some builders. Moksha in the second city for extra faith and extra how to say culture. I guess he does want more points of faith for his holy site, but this is like this is not the Babylon, and this is not the India I know, man. Anyway, in the meantime, we do have Zulu starting to attack Babylon. You do see Bartsake is actually pillaging the road. He's pillaging the road, man. I mean, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's gonna be much harder for these Zulu horses to go through the pillage roads over here. They basically don't give you that extra motion. You know, it is what it is, man. We do have Apeul also getting more horses here. I do see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horses in total. He's getting campuses coming out from his cities, and I'm pretty sure he should actually plug in the half course the settler card and try to chop 1 or 2 more settlers, or at least build them. To one of them should go to the west of Gumdumdunlovu, one of them to the south of Ulundi. Now I'm pretty sure also that Bartsake should be well on his way to get in a defense, especially how fast he's getting his settlers moving to the north over there. He's gonna get more cities because he doesn't need to spend that much time building those settlers. He's gonna get to switch relatively quickly to horses, and I do see he has some horses in production. I see one in Borsipa, while he is gonna need to figure out exactly how he's gonna stop his opponent here. Now Zulu is just gonna force a little bit Babylon to build up a defense, and I don't think he's gonna be one of those, oh, I think your city's kind of attack. Is going to be more like build an army to face me on the battlefield kind of thing. And both of them are just going to do some picnics on different sides of a river, and they're going to be like, yo, hello, from the beginning of the game, you know. We do have also Rome getting... Wait, didn't he get Liang earlier here? Did he just put it backward? Oh, I see. He moved it in Puteoli. He got a city park there and then moved it back to Kume for some reason. Okay. I guess he had a builder ready in Puteoli and not one in Kume. Now he has one in Kume, so he's going to get it there. We do have multiple markets coming out. I do see the merchants are getting to be picked quite fast over here. We do have China with available one. one. We got Rome with an available one. Babylon can pick. Let's see, who's gonna get what here. Only the first one got picked. I see Coleus. Now the next one is gonna be Marcus Licinius Crassus. This is not really a, you know, like a very important one. It only gives you like 90 gold, which can make a difference. You do get some free tiles, so might as well. Actually, no, wait. You get paid to get tiles in an empire. Yeah, that sounds good actually if I say it out loud. Anyway, the next ones are going to be the important ones. All of them are fighting for those merchants with the extra trade routes, and they want to get as many of those as possible. There are three ones that will appear. Zankian with Ipfandlan, and I believe there's another one which Marco Polo, that's the third one. We do have England starting to get a few admirals here. I'm pretty sure he's confused as I am with India getting great admiral points on 5.7. There aren't going to be that many trade route admirals. There's only one, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, we do need to see if England is going to manage to get that city on the third continent. He needs to build another settler and send it to the northeast of Birmingham, which I don't know why my eyes are, how to say, I'm dropping tears, guys. I'm dropping tears. Anyway, we do have Ottomans also going for Magnus startup with Moksha follow-up and Pingala third in Halep. I do see he's also getting a few more settlers out. She's also getting a few more settlers out with possible honey tile to settle or the two to base depending on what she needs to get there. And of course, she is going to go for the horses in the north of Istanbul. That's actually the first tile she's going to get to improve there. Okay, let's see what's going on. The first attacking horses are getting to Babylonian borders. I do see Babylon is trying to get that trader and snatch it away so it doesn't rebuild the road. Looks like also we did have those horses not managing to kill the scout though. This is okay. This is not okay. This is not okay. This is definitely not okay. They didn't get to the scout. Needs to get to the scout, and I'm pretty sure he can actually deal with the scout right now. It shouldn't make that big of a difference if he goes here or if he goes here, honestly. But anyway, we'll see what develops here and how is this gonna pass. We do have more settlers coming out from Apeul. I do see after he did manage to get all of those units, he's going to get one to the south. I do see builders coming out from Ulundi and follow up with Pingala in the third city. And now he's going to get the culture from Moksha. He's going to get the science from Pingala. And with the other cities, he's going to get to build up more production. There is at the moment, I guess an Irel strategy starting to form for Zulu. I do see him gearing up for warfare on multiple sides, and he definitely wants to put the pressure on his opponents rather than try to sim in this position. It's going to be quite tough for him to actually do so with three opponents next to him, especially with different timings. Like Babylon does have I guess more flexible timing, but then Rome has early timing. We do have Korea over here with medieval/Renaissance timing for those Hawachas. So I guess we're going to need to see how Zulu is going to try to get the defenses going. The matchup between Korea, for example, and Zulu is not really a good one because those impies die to the Hawachas very quickly. Like you just don't want to do that with Hawachas. Oh, we got a city park pillaged over here. Oh no, Korea, what did you do, man? And wait, what is? Oh, I see. Gangnung did just place down one city park over here with Governor Diak. What is up with this? Give me a second. Let me actually get something for my. Oh, man. I don't know what's up with my eyes, but at some point, I guess I put my hand on something and then I irritated one of my eyes, well, the right one. And it's starting to get things going. Well, I took the liberty of blowing my nose and getting something to drink. It's all good. Anyway, coming back to this, we do have to see how Babylon is going to want to use this monument to the gods thing. I'm not so sure why he picked this one. There were quite a few others. I'm pretty sure that could have been a bit more valuable than this. But I guess we're going to need to see what he's going to use it on. I do see a holy site being picked up by Mashkan Shapir. Bartsake is going to try to get a religion here, and maybe he could make good use of Fez. Now, in the meantime, he's also fighting Zulu from the east side, while Zulu does benefit from a general. We do see the moment Babylon is not, but he does have very good land to defend in. So even if the Zulu horses are a bit tougher to deal with, at the moment they don't benefit from the core ability, which Zulu is going to benefit a little bit later, but they do get the bonuses from the Great General, which again is not going to be that powerful, especially if the Babylon horses just stand there, you know, in the perfect ideal locations to defend in the forested hill, rainforested hill, or whatever you want to call it. Hazagi, bonsoir, monsieur. Comment ça va? Already putting his hands up. Oh, no. Okay, Hazagi, I want to ask, what is going on with India? This is a pen, brush, and voice, celestial navigation first, India. And I guess we're gonna need to find out. I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out stuff over here, man. 17 science, 29 culture on Oranssi. I do see he's getting his audience chamber from Delhi, and normal Magnus internals for him. He's getting quite a few traders going, and we do have more settlers coming out of his cities. He's also gonna get a few more builders to work this. We got China also putting down the city of Xi'an to the south, starting to put his parks in multiple cities. The first one in Longxi, I see Xi'an is gonna get plugged in Liang, and he got a builder there to work it. I do also notice he's getting another settler towards England, and again, I'm pretty sure England is gonna want to get that city on the third continent here. He could easily go for the cattle tile, and not really needed to go for the freshwater on the river. But I'm pretty sure also England will need to match up the strength of China and get some horses going. So not only he benefits from extra garrison defense strength, but also gets units to move whenever he needs to. Now we do have also quite a good sim coming up from England, using his governor plaza to give more adjacency to 3 of his districts. These 2 campus tiles, for example, are going to be +3 over here and another +4. This is without the double card. He's also benefiting from a stronger Royal Navy dockyard, even if it is not next to the city center. We do have another +3 campus coming live here from Manchester, Reina being plugged in, and I do see the city of Leeds did actually get put down in the tundra. That's actually quite far away from him. Trying to hold in a sneeze. I'm sorry. I needed to concentrate to hold in the sneeze. We do have fertility rates coming up from Korea. Of course, Liang getting plugged in back in Gwangju for that city park. He needs to repair. Wait, do you need to plug it back in? I don't think you need to plug it back in to actually repair. Do you? You don't get to repair if no, you should be able to repair without Liang in there. Kick double, that actually is quite a problem. Oh yeah, there we go. He's getting to repair it. So I'm actually curious why he did not move Liang. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Misclick. That was definitely misclick. 2 turns misclick. We do have also Babylon with a lot of jobs available for him to get units out if he needs to. I do notice his forests are going to be quite powerful here. Plentiful, I should say. We do have Zulu also getting more and more units to the front line, while also Babylon is trying to get an encampment down from Borsitova to the southeast. Babylon did manage to get the very quick settlers out. He did double his city count quite quickly, while we do have Liang puddle jump from one city to the other, so he can actually get those parks in. Especially with Ancestral Hall, you do get the builder, you wait a little bit for Liang to be plugged in, put down the city park and keep on going. Now we do need to see if there will be a way for Apeul to go through this. I without it, especially before the core ability. But he's doing well, creating. First of all, creating a border between him and his opponent, and second of all, giving himself some more space to develop in. He does need to follow up with settlers here behind all of this, and I don't think he actually has that much time to develop these cities at the beginning. I'm pretty sure the settlers are going to be much better return on investment in the long term, mid to long term. And also we do have, for example, Bartsake here with 28 science and 37 culture. He's not that far off from Apeul's 23 and 32. I'm a bit surprised about the city count of Ulhas. I was expecting him to actually be on a few more cities than he is right now. But I guess I do have to point out that he doesn't have that many good cities to work at the moment. And even if he wanted to put more, it will be a problem. For example, coastal cities to the west side, not really ideal. He does have a powerful harbor here in the 2-2 if he wanted to, plus 5 between those 3 fish tiles. And I guess he can use the fish food for the 1-3s. Okay. This meteor site smoking. Oh man, when you wake up in Mediolanum and you see that across outside your window, you know, you just see it over there smoking, but nobody's actually going to see what's going on there. Okay. This is what it is. Now, Muhteshem, we do have Poolp managing to stay very low in the science screen with 15 science and 32 culture. I do see she did manage to get all of those cities out, and now we're going for the builders. She did pre-place these campuses, but did not start working them. This is the feudalism timing, so she did stop a little bit so she can get all of these pre-built builders. So when they do pop out, they're gonna have the extra 2 charges after she did finish feudalism. I do have to also point out we do have Tidube over here. Actually, 3 of the Freritos team over 100 production versus SPA that at the moment not one of the players actually went on over 100 production. Bartsake is also not that far away from getting to 100 production, while he is getting. Wait. Whoa, wow, that, oh my god. I think at this point, if Apeul, if Bartsake is actually gonna want to, he might actually kill 3 of these horses. Let's see, so this one, oh, it doesn't have movement. Oh, it doesn't have movement. Oh, kick W. Okay, never mind. I thought if this one had movement, it would have definitely taken out this one, but anyway, it doesn't, so that's a mute point. It's fine. It's fine. Let me see something. Okay. More pagums being produced by Babylon in the cities that he has been put down on the rivers, and of course he's gonna get extra food there. We do have Zulu also managing to get more cities out. Nongoma to the south, putting down those Ikandas. Quadukuza also got placed on the road towards Babylon. I do also want to point out that yes, this road is good to get units towards your opponent, but it's also good for your opponent to get units for you. So you gotta be careful what you do on the front line over there. So don't give in. We do have another Yongle and Apeul managing to get these settlers going, and I'm actually curious if he's going to take out Candy a little bit later in the game. It is kind of a strong city right now. Candy does have horses over there, so it's not going to be easy pickings. Ulhas did manage to get Fez. This is Ulhas on Rome. He did manage to get that going, and I do see the first religion is actually going to be on Babylon. Oh no, the first religion was Shinto. On India, Defender of the Faith, cross-cultural dialogue, and Zen meditation for India. I mean, cross-cultural dialogue on China would be quite nice if you would start actually getting some missionaries out to send towards Lythoxa. It's going to be nice to convert those cities from an early stage, especially with if he has Moksha anywhere. Yeah, Longxi is going to be Moksha city. We do have builders coming up from Delhi. I do see barracks. I do see Oranssi did also get to 245 cities. That's actually a relatively low city count at this point in the game. For example, Korea is already on 2467. We do have also England starting to get more, but he's also starting to get in right in the face of China. So definitely he's thinking about this land warfare quite a bit. He has settlers on the way towards the northeast, and I'm pretty sure the cattle tile should actually be in his sights over there. Might even want to go on the coast. Oh, he doesn't have shipbuilding yet. Never mind, it's fine, it's fine. He's gonna get it next turn, and it's gonna be fine. Do have more settlers coming around here. A forest fire did start up into the south of Bologna. Liang also being put in Stoke-upon-Trent. It's not going to be used to get those city parks going, and it does seem like he's going to use it to protect his districts from Mount Vesuvius exploding every time. You know, the Mount Vesuvius is actually notorious for a lot of explosions. He has so many problems there. We do need to see also how Poolp is going to try to do her armies and what is she going to try to do for timings. To the west side, she is going to have to go against Rome at some point in the game, or even try to poke a little bit at England to the south, even though that's a one-tile choke and it's going to be very hard to get to. We do have her at the moment just seeming and trying to improve her empire, very quickly getting those commercials down and managing to get through the merchant points. Speaking of merchants and great people, we did have Hypatia being held up by Korea. Looks like Zhangqian did get recruited by China, and we do need to see no. Okay, that's the one and only extra trade route one that got picked up. Okay, so I guess we're gonna need to wait for Marco Polo if Aldan to get recruited here, get revealed. Well, the players are starting to pass Piero De Bardi, the one with a free envoy. It is what it is. And I'm pretty sure they're going to need to wait a little bit for the scientist screen to get Newton. We do have also, I do see Lythoxa managing to get the 5 pop in Guangzhou, and I do also notice he did put a few more cities down to the north. Very nice expansion phase here from Lythoxa, 2, 4, 6, 8 cities already, and managing to get with Ancestral hold those multiple builders. Now, I'm pretty sure these are feudalism builders, so he's getting the extra 2 in each of these. Yeah, there we go, 5 charges. We do have him at the moment not with that big of an economy, but it's working, Actually, if we take a look at the economic screen here, Lythoxa is on 45. Actually, he's doing quite well in the economy. We do have Oranssi on 50 and Poolp is on 38. Apeul though, 0 economy. He did go and build up an army to go against Babylon and did not actually get everything going for his own cities. Now he's trying to make up for it. He's getting a few more settlers out. He's getting a few more builders, chopping out his land and trying to get as soon as possible his bonuses down. It's gonna take a while. You know, he kind of, yes, you build them faster, but they don't actually give you that many stats. A bit of culture, a bit of gold. That's about it. Then you do need the science. You do need to get everything else. I'm pretty sure that also commercials is not something that he's gonna get to ignore. He's gonna need to get a few of them going. Now, I'm actually quite curious how he's going to choose to try to erase the 3 civilizations he has around him. He does have Rome to the northeast, Korea to the southwest, and Babylon to the west side. At the moment, he poked a little bit Bartsake. Didn't do a lot of damage, but it did force him to build up an army, putting more pressure on his economy at the same time. Now, the same thing happened on Apeul, right? He's gonna need to defend himself against the Babylonian units, and now you do see Babylon is striking back and trying to take out the Zulu units that are out of position. Now, especially using the land available for them, it's gonna be quite an adventure here, getting everything going. I gotta say, we do have a good mix of Magnus / Moksha strategies with Magnus / Liang strategies. It seems like the players are not choosing Liang first anymore. They're definitely preferring to go for Magnus first and get those bonuses a little bit afterwards with Liang. Now, we do also need to see how this is going to develop in the next part of the game. I'm pretty sure the players still have a lot of land to cover this and develop their cities on. Now, and when they're going to actually figure out what to do and who to attack with, it's going to be something that we're going to need to wait to reveal here. We do have England actually managing to get 31 size with 41 culture next to Lythoxa 33-39. Victoria is still on an expansion phase, and I'm pretty sure Tidube over here is going to want to get the science going in the second era. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to go for free inquiry in the second era. Now, he does have a decent amount of this Royal Navy dockyards already built. He's going for Stonehenge from Stoke-upon-Trent. We got 7 more turns until the next era, and we do need to see who's actually going to get the points. The fact that he's going Stonehenge does make it easier for him to get a religion, which will give him the extra era score points and so on from getting that. I did also notice Babylon got a religion here. Judaism is going to be his choice. He's going for choral music with stewardship. Is this a... wait. Is this a campus or a holy set? Campus. Okay. So he's not going... So he just got a religion. He denied choral music because why not? And I guess he's going to use stewardship for a little while. Okay, sure. This, by the way, this religion is not even in the Moksha city. He doesn't have a Moksha city. So I guess he's going to need to put some faith into his missionaries so he can spread that religion. Otherwise, it's just going to be a religion for the sake of a religion. We do have consistently a bit more production on Freritos team than we do have on SPA. Looks like they did keep up with the differences in the last 10 turns, as in there's always there always was a bit of a lead here on Freritos versus SPA's players across the board, not one player in just across the board. Titiits did jump up to 104 science with 55 culture. He's already benefiting from commercial hub investments, and I do see Colosseum coming up from Guangzhou. He did manage to get that city to a 7 pop, especially using bananas over there, and I think he even chose to switch the Mei style to the city of Guangzhou. Let me see. Yes, he did switch it in the capital city, so he gets a bit more food in there. I do also notice Liang keeps puddle jumping, and he's getting closer to the Zulu city. So again, a very powerful timing from Korea if he wants to go for the Hawachas against his opponent here. It is going to be quite tough for Zulu to defend, especially if he's going to be caught between 2 opponents. He did try to poke a little bit the Hornet's nest over here in Babylon, and he did actually manage to get a few Hornets out of the cities in the form of these horses. Now he's struggling to get those back and get the heals going. The good thing is he did manage to get all of the early great generals. That's good, right? He's gonna deny them the opportunity to get those generals. He's also on 9.2 great general points a turn, so he's gonna get a decent amount of healthy dose of those great general points. Looking at the era score screen, we do have Tidube 7 points out from getting a golden ace, 54 out of 61. Looks like, of course, with the religion over there and the one that he should be well on his way to getting it. I'm not worried about Tidube. We got Ulhas 49 out of 51, starting to put more wonders here. I see Oracle in Kume. I do notice he did get Lugdunum, for example, to the south of Puteoli, and I think no, Lugdunum was the new one, and the Andium was the other one. Okay, Irene of Athens. Okay, but that's not the... Okay, that was the governor title one. Ifaldan got recruited by Suleiman, but Muhteshem and Marco Polo did get picked up by Korea. So that's all of the free trader ones, trade route capacity ones taken out. Looks like Ulhas over here does benefit from the okay, possible city park there. Oh. They're still worried about the eruption of Vesuvius in IRL. Imagine evacuating Napoli. Yeah, I can imagine. Man. That's I mean, I can imagine them imagining it. I'm not sure if they're gonna manage to succeed there. That's a big city. Okay, give me a second here. So I don't actually blast the airwaves. I do need to do something because, you know, I'm still not perfectly healthy here, but let's see. Need to click on buttons and okay, there we go. Excuse me. Okay, Grainer is coming up from Ulhas to get those housing points. It looks like Ottomans did manage to get a pillage on the silk tile. I get that's what, a food pillage, not that bad. And of course, did take out one of the luxury resources of Rome here. Rome is on a content level, didn't go higher with those amenities. I do see London here is also content, and we were taking a look at their points, by the way, in the Golden Ages. Just search for Mount Vesuvius on Google. This is the first thing I US tourist falls into Mount. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, that's funny and it's not funny. This rhymes with that Pokemon thing, with the Pokemon people just going around everywhere trying to find Pokemons. Anyway, and to see Titiits is going to need quite a few points to actually get to the Golden Age here. And I guess this begs the question if he wants to go there. He's building up a Colosseum. He's getting pyramids from Gangneung. Yeah, he's definitely trying to get it. Getting a galley out here. He should be well on his way to getting, Divine Right and Cartography. This is actually quite surprising, going for Cartography here for Titiits. Well, I guess he does want to go for Industrialization much faster. I was thinking he might go for a Hawacha timing, but it looks like he's not. We do have Bartsake also with 53 points out of 58, just needs 5 more points on Babylon to get there, and I'm pretty sure he should be getting there. Actually, well, I say I'm pretty sure, but then I look at his empire. Oh yeah, okay, 2 points from a galley. He should get swordsman out. That's another point. Yeah, he should be fine. He should be fine. He should be getting there. Like choosing a city state or piecing a city state should give him the next score. Might even get to levy one. We got Oranssi, 4 points. Well, actually, he's 6 points over. He's 54 out of 48 points. Still on a 2-4-5 series, getting the unusual India simming going here. We've got settlers coming out from Madura. I do see he's getting more libraries. Okay, lighthouses for the extra trader out capacities. He does have a good economy. He's on 60 gold a turn, 48 science and 55 culture, 97 production. It's definitely not bad stats. It's just not the usual India that we used to know. Oh, you're Nama Gandhi, bro. We got Apeul over here with 47 out of 53. Is on 246 cities. We do have Spearman coming out, pre-builds for those impies. First of all, might actually go against Babylon to the west side. Oh, Antananarivo! You cheeky man over here. Look at that ancient wall going up over there, right in the face of the Babylonian horses. Bro, Bartsake, what can I say, man? Antananarivo just outsmarted you right here. Right here and right now. Just wait till nukes. We will see if good old Gandhi there. Yes, I gotta say yes, MS Doll. Yes, we do need to see if Gandhi is gonna be the real Gandhi when he gets to nukes. We do have also Apeul managing to get his points now. He should be, yeah, he is actually 2 turns out from getting impies. He should be fine. He would need 6 more points to get to a golden age, so the next golden age should be in the bag here. We do have also Lythoxa, 3 points out, 49 out of 52, getting these cities to work here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cities already from him. Getting also he did put down Etemenaki, but did finish it. I see Oranssi sending missionaries towards him. He wants to get that cross-cultural dialogue going, and you know, that's a good one. It's gonna take a while until he converts all of the cities of China, but he's gonna get so much science coming out from such a high population nation over here. Now, is Tidube gonna manage to get what he needs to get going against Lythoxa? Well, we're going to need to figure it out. He's first of all putting a few more of these campuses. I do see good campus spots for him. He still didn't build the libraries in all of the ones he already has, so that's a lot of extra science he can get there. And you do see he has been working on his production, which is just Yeah, man, he's adding some nose to that production over there, some afterburners. Looking at 165 production coming out from Tidube, while his next door neighbor is also on 145 on Yongle, so keeping up a little bit higher, but again, not that big of a difference. Also, the culture looks like Lythoxa is mirroring that quite well, so is the science. Now, compared to other players, though, Oranssi is on 104. We do have Apeul on 81, actually, half of the production of Tidube, Ulhas, or Titiits. We do have a Poolp over here also trying to get as much production as possible. Did manage to snatch Oracle away from, I believe, Rome was building it. She didn't allow Ulhas to get it, and we're going to need to see if she's going to manage to get the necessary points with it. I do see in the city she did manage to build Oracle. She's also using Pingala, so some Pingala double shenanigans might come up over here. I don't see Liang anywhere, so I don't see city parks. So okay, that's a thing. By the way, Korea +3 happiness level in most of the cities. We do have encampment training projects coming out from Gangneung. I do see LC did get picked up by Zulu over here, and Korea is going to need quite a few projects to get to the next one, the next great general, medieval renaissance one. He only needs one of these and he's going to be fine. Now, only has one single encampment, and I do see he's going to benefit from at least one chop in there. Oh, I guess he just chopped another one, so two total chops. Wait, this might actually be a push. Oh, we might actually see someone watch us over here. Okay, I mean, that's gonna be nice. I can't wait to see that. Spearman cores coming up from Apeul. We should be seeing him getting all of the points now. 50 out of 53. He just needs the technology military tactics coming out the next turn, and he's gonna upgrade these Spearman into impies. That's gonna be a unique unit that's gonna give him the 4 points necessary to get over the threshold. Threshold, take us to the threshold. We got the Oranssi over, Lythoxa over. Poolp is having significant issues here. Significant issues. Okay, guys, time for Poolp. Is Poolp making it to a golden age? Yes, no, kicked up. Let's go for 3 minutes. We should have enough for 3 minutes. She's 10 points out, and she is getting some warriors. She's getting some more of these campuses going. I think that's a +3 that's coming out, so that's a splendid one. It should be the first splendid one. We do have her getting some consulates, getting some markets. She is trying to... Oh, Cahokia, man. Again, a city-state... Wait, Cahokia made peace with Poolp? How did that happen? Did she make peace with Cahokia, or did somebody else try to make peace with it? I don't know. It happens, you know. So she already got horses. She does have... Well, she could actually try to get a boat out. I don't think she has sailing, though. That would be another 2 points, and I don't think she's ever gonna make it to, or did she? Monarchy. Medieval fairs coming up in 1. Divine right in 3. Oh, that's a bit too late. That's too late. Actually, nobody boosted her monarchy. That is so unfortunate. 41 out of 48 points, needs 7 more points to go for. Can actually get the iron unit here. Maybe, you know, do some shenanigans with the city-states. Ooh, that's a tough one. This is Muhteshem that is so dependent on its bonuses from that golden age. You know, that's just... Let's see, Muhteshem. 10% science and culture, right? 10% science and culture, just poof, walks out the door, never comes back, man. The horse? Descra, bună seara, domnule. At least she can run into another normal age enjoyer. Yes, at least she can run. But I mean, is there anybody? No, nobody's gonna be in a normal age. We got Tidube over here going, what, golden, 62-61. We got Rome, golden to the west side. No, nobody's gonna be in a normal age. Wow, okay. India trying to get a few more cities, did manage to get some armies out. Also, Rafifi asking about Stonehenge. Stonehenge has been built here on in Stoke-upon-Trent by Tidube, and I guess he's waiting for the religion to actually activate his religion in the next era, because he already got his points in this one. You know, it makes no sense to just wait for this. Do not wait for this. We do have also him waiting to actually put that settler down. There is a Chinese horse that might be walking around there, and I don't see Tidube just going crazy with defense here. He knows China doesn't have that big of a military, on 122 military strength, and with Tidube's, well, I guess you do see the 374, but that's just not. Where is his army? That's like boats, half boats walking around, all of these tiles over here, and a single horse. Oh no, 2 horses. That's it. Okay, that's a lot of military in the water. I guess. Wait, era score? She did it. Poolp did it. Poolp did it. She did it. Look at that. 50 out of 48 points. Man, you doubted Poolp. Look at that. Clap over here. She did manage to do it. Very nice, very nice. So we do have golden ages across the board here. Tidube, Ulhas, Titiits, Bartsake, Oranssi, Apeul, Lythoxa, and Poolp did manage to get a golden age. And Tidube did, well, I guess we do need to give them a few seconds over here. So we do see what's going on. What's with the 900 gold? She bought a UU. You mean a Barbary Corsair? Oh, yeah, she did. Kick. Yes, they did actually. Yeah, she did get a Barbary Corsair. Got her swordsman up, so that's 5 points right there. With 3 points from the campus, the splendid campus. She bought it. She actually bought it. How much gold is this Barbary Corsair? Let's see. No, I mean, I guess it's half, right? So it's 480. Okay, what's the going rate of a golden age in these days? 500 gold. Plus or minus 500 gold. Okay, we do have Korea starting to put more military here in Jeonju. I see Abu is also with that military, giving him some extra heals if he needs to, getting Corsair upgrades, and that means Titiits is not that far away from actually getting his how much as actually Titiits going for machinery 110 with guilds coming up in 1 also. I do see more knights also coming around, and this is actually a bit surprising if he wants to go into Apeul, into Zulu. I'm pretty sure knights are not the correct way of going about this. Because of these impies, they're just gonna have that plus 10 against your cav units, and it's not gonna be fun fighting them. We do have Apeul also putting more of these units to the west side. He's one-shotting the units of Babylon, especially these horses are not gonna be able to withstand all of the units of Zulu if he goes ahead and smashes into them, especially if also Bartsake is not gonna get to upgrade them. But I do see a lot of science of Bartsake, a lot of culture. He should be able to get to the next tier technologies relatively quickly, like get some crossbows going, get some coursers, get some stronger units in the front line there, maybe some men at arms that should be able to withstand the damage. Oh, +5 Congress. Oh, kick W, man. And what is Babylon's visibility? Here, he sees this. He sees the horse, the 2 horses here. He doesn't see the impies yet. I am a bit worried about Apeul's science and culture, though. He's only on 41 and 47, and he has been building armies for quite some time. A lot of production has been spent into these units, which is going to be quite problematic to come back from. He's trying to keep as much as possible Bartsake contained here, but then he's gonna, as you can see here, Titiits from the southeast is gonna come and wipe the floor clean when with higher technology units. I do see he should actually get more military, though. Definitely should get more military. Trying to get one of those generals. Also, Korea is probably 1 project away. Okay, I do see him 110 away from finishing a project, so he should be fine. Getting Liang in other cities to place those city parks. Okay. I do also notice we got the Rome starting to get some knights going. I don't think this is going to be the beginning of an army, though. It doesn't look like he's that interested to go towards the north of Zulu, but he did manage to put a horse there to try to scout a little bit in front. I do see also commercials coming up from more cities, and Rome here did manage to put Liang in as many cities as possible. Wait, this one didn't actually get a city park? Okay, only has 3 city parks. Okay, but he has builders for them, so I guess he just needs to wait and get those going. Anyway, I do want to see where was it. Was it Temenanki being built? Was it here? Here? Xi'an? Oh, just got put down, didn't finish. Okay. I do notice quite a few cities from China are getting converted to religion of India. Now, India is going to manage to get quite a bit of science from it, but of course, that's a long-term plan over there. We do have India with a few horses of his own. They might, okay, they might try to double team Babylon here. Not the best, not the worst thing that they can do, but they could try. Let's see. Ranged promotions +5 combat strength. Oh, oh my god. Sword upgrade is more than 20. What is Babylon visibility? Oh, yeah. Okay. Commercial hubs, by the way, 100% production towards these districts. Ulhas, 2 Diplo victory points. Wow. Yeah, okay. Well, Ulhas, yeah, can do the victory dance here. We do have Poolp with 33 science and 59 culture right next to Ulhas is 82 and 91. It doesn't seem like at the moment the Ottomans is doing that great compared to the other nations. And of course, we do need to see what's gonna happen, how she's gonna try to get out of there. While Rome, I'm pretty sure is gonna want to get a few more cities out, and I do see him building up an army here. Is he actually gonna D-Day Zulu? Kick W, man. As in embark and disembark his units on the Zulu borders just to, pillage a few tiles here. That might happen. I'm pretty sure Zulu's armies are going headstrong against Babylon, not really caring about consequences in his mainland here. He's also going to have to deal with Korea at the same time from the southeast, and those hawachas will hurt. You do see the crossbow already benefits from the military advisory resolution. You can imagine Korea's hawachas are going to be so good here. So good. For the ministry coming up from Titiits, we got industrial zones also being put down. I did notice, but I didn't talk about it. You see the baths are starting to get placed in multiple Roman cities. He's starting to get his setup going for very, very good industrial zones. He has a +12 over here in Mediolandum. In the capital city, he didn't get to the 10th population to put one down, but I believe this is going to be the place for it, with 2 baths and a dam next to it, not to mention horses and 2 mines to the north. He's going to get so much adjacency into that one single industrial zone. We do have him putting down a few more commercials for the trade routes here, and keeps on doing those internals. Very nice, very nice. India did also manage to get quite a few cities out since the last time we watched it, but he's still on 61 science with 60 culture, 132 production, but not really actually on the same level as everybody else. You do see Freritos again jumped up a little bit in production, 200, 190, 193, 162, while on SPA we do have only Lythoxa managing to get over 200. Poolp is on 150, Oranssi 137. Usually on India you do need to count that face generation, but since there is not significant amount of face generation, we don't have anything to count here. We do have Tidube also putting down encampments from his cities. Looks like he is aware that he's going to need to fight China to the east. And again, I do have to point out, this is perfect land for redcoats, guys. Perfect land. I don't think I ever saw such perfection in a long time. We do have him with a little bit more science than Lythoxa on 85 versus 64, 77 versus 76, and of course the production is there. I'm pretty sure England is going to need to get multiple encampments if he actually wants to get those generals, and he needs multiple projects to get redcoat generals going. I see also him going for some theater square. Oh wait, did he go? Okay, so now this, since we did go a few turns into this era, I do want to take a look at their bonuses here. What did they choose to go for second golden age bonuses? Pen brush and voice on Tidube. He did not go for a free inquiry. He's gonna want that extra culture. He's gonna want to go for faster mobilization, or I guess at least get to the core ability to nationalism. We got Ulhas also 84 with 94, very good production on him, 200 production going. Rome did go for a pen brush and voice. Titiits, pen brush and voice, 154 science, 92 culture. Very good setup over here with a lot more science coming up next. Getting his theater squares going, and I do see he's getting a few knights. Might actually go against Samarkand first and then move back his units towards the west side. Is putting a little bit of pressure on Apeul, but not with his Hawachas, which is a bit sad to see. I would love to see those Hawachas in action. Especially with the +5. The +5 man would have been awesome here. We do have also Bartsake with pen brush. No, he's actually in free inquiry. Okay, 105 science, 70 culture. Free inquiry golden age. We do have multiple commercials starting around here, and I do see Kilvakis Ivani did get put down, but not actually finished. We do have him with a few problems. From the east side, he's getting pushed by Zulu, and he's managing to keep Zulu out of his territory while he did upgrade a few crossbows here. Can he get to field cannons? He's getting castles in one, a diplomatic victory in diplomatic service in two. The good thing is the crossbows did also get from the ranged military advisory resolution that extra +5, which is going to be quite good for him. He's going to have a tougher defense to deal with the Zulu nation. We do also need to take a look at Oranssi, pen brush and voice coordination for him, going for stirrups, and I do see Babylon is getting a few warriors. Did he just buy a warrior there? He's getting, okay, he's getting warrior pre-builds here, I guess. He's going for men at arms. Apeul, pen brush and voice golden age. We do have him on 49 cents and 54 culture with Zulu. He's pushing into Babylon, and we do see him getting pushed from the east side. Now I did think Rome might actually try to get some units over here. He is trying to scout with a legion and see what he can do. As you can see over here, there's no defense or even vision to the east of Nordwengu and Ulundi. We do have an intelligence agency coming up from that city center, from the government plaza of Apeul. He's gonna get a free spy, and he's gonna get to spy on his opponents, and we're going to see what kind of information he's gonna get there. We do have also Lythoxa, pen brush and voice golden age on his side with Yongle. Unfortunately, he lost a little bit of his science output, and he's trying to get a few more campuses to get there. I do also notice he's starting to build up his university count and getting theater square festival projects, so he can snatch some of these builders. It looks like they already went through the first ones, but I think it was how to say, I think somebody picked up a one after the era closed, and that was it. And I think that was England. And now all of the next ones are going to be 60. Yeah, they didn't manage to get all of the early ones, all of the 5 early ones. They only managed to get like 2 of them, and that's it. Well, it is what it is. Now, Yongle does have a lot of production on 221 production versus Titube's 222, very, very close to him. The difference is the science over there. Tidube does have a decent amount of lead, and he's going to build on that lead. Now, the city count is at the moment on Lythoxa's side, but then Tidube does have better quality cities. Now, look, we're going to need to see if China is going to manage to catch back up with maybe some of those projects starting to ramp up. You do see he's getting baths going for aqueducts going for more housing, and at the same time getting the adjacency towards his industrial zone. So all in all, we might actually see Lythoxa over here succeeding in countering his opponent. Now we do have Apeul managing to push in towards the Babylon defense. It does seem like those crossbows are shooting back, but not really taking out any of the units of Zulu. And of course, in the meantime, they're giving them promotions. Many times technology did appear over here on Babylon. He's going to get all of these going into men at arms, which are going to be stronger than actually as strong as the impies. 70 strength versus the 71 of the impy on defense. That's on defense. What is this impy push? Well, he's doing Yeah, well, what can I say? The land is kind of weird for ranged, but yeah, we would have loved some range there. Also, MS Doll was pointing out earlier that sword upgrade is more than 20. Yeah, yeah, that is true, I guess. I said ish. I said 500 ish, you know, like it there, around there. Okay. Well, it looks like Poolp is realizing she's a little bit behind the science screen with 45 science versus Ulhas is 107. You can imagine she's definitely feeling the pressure there. She did manage to get a few more production points into settlers, and now she's putting those in production points into these campuses and the buildings in them, the libraries and the universities. In the city of Halep, I do see she's also building up a theater square, so she starts acquiring these great writer points. We do have Newton coming up next in the scientist screen, and that's gonna give a player that gets Newton a free university and a library in the district of his choosing, preferably in one that doesn't have those, because otherwise he doesn't get them. Now, and of course, all of his universities from then on will provide him the +2 science. I'm pretty sure there will be projects starting to pop up from the players now. They did see Newton. We just need to see exactly who's going to want Newton for himself. And we already see, for example, research projects coming up from Titiits. He's going to get 2 of them finished next turn, with another one coming up in the 2 turns thereafter. So he should be well on his way to getting there. Wait, Samarkand built walls? When did he build walls? What is this? Oh my god, what is this with the city states, man? This is actually the 3rd city in this game that managed to build walls right before he got attacked. Unbelievable. And it looks like Titiits' 2 horses, 2 knights might not be enough to actually punch through. We do have the counterattack of Babylon getting back that tile. Looks like the Menatimes did get to push back the Zulu units. Now, these Zulu units are not strong enough to go against the Menatimes, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna suffer quite a bit of damage from these crossbows attacking from Babylon. Now that Babylon is starting to put a few more promotions on the crossbows, you can imagine these are gonna hurt harder, or I should say more and more. Wait. Medieval walls starting to come up from Borsiba. Well, that's gonna be a significant problem here for Apeul. Not gonna get to use that battery ram against the encampment. We do have more of these campuses coming around from Quadokuza. I do see a few more horses also coming around. Horseman Corps from 2 cities. He's going to need to put them in the southeast as well to defend against a possible attack from Korea, which again is quite a surprise. We don't have it going here with Titiits' 243 science. He basically can get whatever he wants. I guess now that he's discovering gunpowder in 1 turn, he is going to get to upgrade these crossbows into hawachas and gonna start poking a little bit. I'm extremely curious, don't get me wrong, extremely curious how is the damage between those hawachas and the Zulu impies, especially with the +5 Congress. And I think he is gonna get one of those generals. Where is he? Wait, he didn't get a general? What? He was making the... Where did his points go? Wasn't he making points? Did he gave up on making the projects? Oh my god, bro. I'm pretty sure we saw multiple projects coming out from Gangnam. What happened with those? Anyway, let's see what's happening here. In the first move, turn, Korea is 146 points out of 154 to actually pick up Isaac Newton, and he definitely needs the next project. It's gonna come out next turn from Gwangju. I do see he actually chopped it, so he gets a better chance of getting there. Korea is gonna get more science, so it's not, you know, it's not enough that he has 260. He needs to have more. While I do see on SPA we don't have any of the members over 100 science. That is quite a problem over here. I'm not sure what happened. Like, this is 1060. It's usual to have a lot of players over 100 science. I'm not sure what happened on SPA. I think it might have something to do with the leader choices than anything else. Anyway, Lythoxa is very close, 98 science with 77. Looks like Yongle over here did try to go as wide as possible. The fact that he did use Li Yang did slow him down quite a bit over here. Now we do have Moksha coming up in Longxi. I do see Magnus also coming up here. Finally, Pingala getting set in Guangzhou. And we do have him making research projects. Wow, that's actually with research projects. That science is with research projects. Okay. Oh, he did poke in. He just got over 100 science. Okay, there we go. 250 production, by the way. He's now over the production points of Tidube. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Tidube over here is gonna get more science. I do see he's starting to finish up his universities. Put down a third encampment from Birmingham. That's actually, those are quite a few encampments over there. I'm quite curious what is he gonna try to use them. Is this such an early preparation for an attack here from him against his opponent? I'm pretty sure we're not talking about knights, but then, you know, I'm pretty sure we're not talking about knights, but he's going tanks, but he's going stables. Like if we were talking about mass spamming of redcoats, we would have talked about barracks here, and he wanted some armories, and then maybe he wanted to go to nationalism, core them up, like build a straight up course from these cities and get them on the front line if he wanted to use his hard production into this. But you never want to use his hard production. You want to pre-build units, you want to upgrade them, you know. Anyway, we do have Titiits managing to get Newton. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get Newton right this turn. We also have him with the available option to upgrade these crossbows into these Hawachas, which actually again begs the question, why is he not upgrading? Like, come on, poke the bear. Poke the bear. Come on, you know? What does this button do? Anyway, now we do have an attack coming up from India, going against the Babylon. He might actually get the pillage squad to do some damage here, while Bartsake is trying to play whack-a-mole. Whenever he's gonna see a courser in his territory, he's gonna get there with a few of his own coursers and try to smack it down. We do need to see if Oranssi is gonna be successful into dealing some damage here, because I do see Bartsake is getting more and more military everywhere. He stopped the attack of Zulu on the east side, and now he's working on the western side aggression. India definitely poked in a little bit with his units, and I gotta say at this point Babylon is in a much better position. With so many units in his territory, he should be able to push out the Indian coursers even if they attack into him. We do have spies coming up from Madurai. I do see more campuses from India cities. He did manage to barely get, okay, he about to get to 100 science, so he's on 95 and 72 with 102 gold per turn. That's actually his strength over here. He wanted to get the gold from the beginning, made a lot of sacrifices to get there. We do have also how to say, Apeul on 50 science right next to Bartsake is 123. That's actually quite a problem over there, quite a significant problem. Poolp late game is going to have a serious issue next to Rome's 150 science. I'm pretty sure Rome, with his production already set up, he's going to try to get going, and of course try to get as fast as possible to tanks slash artilleries slash helicopters. And that's gonna be quite an easy way to go against Ottomans here on the east side. He's gonna need a significant amount of encampments, but I don't think that's gonna be a problem. And I'm a bit surprised he's not putting cities just for the sake of cities here. Even on the east side, he could start expanding using those freshwater lakes. Favor 101, good evening, sir. Why is that guy at 250 science? This is free Sim Korea. Well, first of all, he's still making some campus research projects, so he's benefiting from a lot of the science from the projects. We're gonna see that go down a little bit, but then go back up. We do see universities coming around from these cities, and he did pick up Newton, and I believe Hypatia also was on him. He's just needing to plug in Newton, by the way. And I do see he moved Newton to the city of Daegu, where he does have, I think this is the same one there. He only has a library, and I'm actually quite surprised he didn't wait for a new city or something. He has enough science anyway. So there we go. He's on 236 science. He's gonna get back up with the universities he has coming out. And I do see another settler is coming out from Gwangju. Finally, he did upgrade his Sawachas, and he's starting to move against Zulu here. He does need to try to poke in at the last second, so he starts to do damage against these impies before the reaction of Zulu can come. Oh, we do have universities coming out from the cities of Zulu in the meantime. Campuses, he's worried about his science acquirement, and he should be worried about his science, unfortunately, or the lack thereof. We do need to see how Apeul is going to get out of this, especially with 3 nations next to him that are going to be so powerful. Because his name is Tituan or Titiits. Yeah, I guess, yeah, Titiits, Titiits. Titiits is Titiits, man. But I gotta point out, it's not that unusual. You actually see a Korea with so much science on him. You know, it's just Korea being Korea here. It's also Titiits being Korea, so yeah. The big Titiits plus Korea big, plus big stats, plus good land, plus Colosseum, plus Newton, plus Hypatia. Did he get Hypatia first, by the way? Yes, he did get Hypatia. That high science, they should just auto win the war. Yeah. Well, to be honest, we have seen actually players die with this much science against, for example, Genghis Khan. But it was the correct moment in time for him to push there, and I guess his opponent was not ready for it. Titiits is definitely ready for a war. He's even trying to put some more pressure on his opponent here. It's still unfortunate he didn't keep on going towards those generals. It looks like he's still on 64 out of 155 points. He would need at least 2 projects to get there, and it's not something that he's doing right now. He's still doing campus research projects in Jeonju. Did he forget about this? Because it's kind of useless to do those projects right now. Anyway, he did activate Newton. Now he is on back on 253 science with 114 culture, 223 production on his side. He did also try to go against the Samarkand when it does seem like Samarkand is winning. Not really giving him easy options to attack into that city center. He's getting a trebuchet from Gwangnung, while at the moment on the western side it doesn't look like there's any movement or obvious movement coming around from these Sawachas to go against Zulu units. Grand Bazaar coming up from Ottomans. We do have Poolp coming up here, okay, with campuses, okay. But again, she's barely managing to get to that 100 science mark, and you can also already see that Ulhas, for example, jumped up to 205 and 122. Did stop expanding though, so he can get taller, faster cities, more productive cities, and it looks like it paid off what he did here. Now we do have India managing to get a decent amount of cities out. Now he's using his production, 188 production, to get those cities better. Campuses coming up from Madurai and Bangalore, and I do see Srinagar is coming up there. Hey, welcome everybody. Big shout out to the man, Elephant Guy. Thank you so much for the raid. What have you been streaming, sir? We are watching at the CivFR Squadrons a game between Freritos de la Vega and SPA. That's Société Protectrice des Animaux. It looks like Freritos de la Vega do have quite a lead over here when it comes to the production and the science they're benefiting from versus SPA on the Highlands map. This is going to be quite a long game, or we should have a long game here. We might see some attacks going, a war between England and Yongle. China over here, Lythoxa, is going to need to defend against possible redcoats, and I would love to actually see this happening. Oh my god, yes, redcoats! Show me redcoats! Theatre Square is coming up from Liverpool. Looks like Tidube is going to want to get a bit more culture with that science, and he knows that in the next era he's not going to benefit from that much of the pen brush and voice bonuses. Now he's going to need to get that culture somehow else. There was an attack from Apeul against Babylon. It didn't go anywhere. As you can see, Zulu is still here just watching those Babylonian units but can't actually get to him, while we do have a few coursers that are trying to get into the water, and they're going to get into the main cities of Babylon over here and try to pillage some of the tiles. India has also started to get a few courses from the southwest, do a bit of pillaging in Fez, do a bit of pillaging in Karkar and Eshuna. I don't think they actually did that much damage, but they did annoy Bartsake and of course forced him to get a lot of units. That's still good. That's still good. Freritos, yes indeed. Freritos. You need to put some muscles in there, you know, next to Freritos. The nachos, muscles, Freritos. Kilva Kizipani coming up from Beijing. I do see China does have the benefits of Imhotep as a great engineer, so he could actually finish. He should be able to finish it this turn. In the city state count, we do have Samarkand being held by Poolp, Candy nobody. Poolp also keeping Valletta. Tidube is the one choosing Lahore. We do have Bartsake on Antananarivo. Tidube is also on Mohenjo-Daro. We do have Kabul, actually nobody messing with it. Okay, interesting. That's actually an interesting city state. Usually use that war, you do get that extra experience when you do attack into your opponent. We got Hansa also held by Poolp. Interesting that she put envoys to 3 cities but can't really hold all of them. Well, I guess she's gonna hold them until somebody actually just dumps a lot of points in there. Bologna is being contested. Looks like Oranssi and Titiits are fighting for it for some time now, and Oranssi is on 83 culture. We got Titiits on 136, a bit of an advantage here on Korea. We do need to see if he's gonna manage to keep up with the necessary points. I do believe he was big. Oh, Kilva, but this is Lythoxa. This is not Oranssi. Is Oranssi gonna get something else? No. Well, I guess he's gonna get some amphitheaters for some extra culture. That's gonna do something. Okay. Nothing happening here. Apeul is repositioning a few of his courses so he can get them into Babylon's land. Now Babylon did manage to deal with the Indian horses to the northwest, and he's gonna have all of these armies or these courses and knights available for him to reposition. Initially he's gonna move some to the west side, but he might see this coming on the eastern coast. We'll see if Apeul is going to manage to make these moves, last move, first move, so he can actually get... No! Well, I guess it's fine. He just revealed his hand. No! Does he want to go here? I guess he wants to go here. It's going to be 2 turns to get there. Then you can see this Corsair can get there also in 2 turns. Anyway, I guess it's over. He knows. Oh wow, the galley, man. The galley taking no damage, dealing so much. Well, it is what it is, man. The sneaky pillage has failed indeed, favor. Yes. Favor E101. Yeah. Indeed. Should I actually... I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but is that how it should be? Favor E101 or is it favor? I'm not sure which one of the two. Anyway, Bartsake is starting to reposition his units there, and it looks like he's gonna block Apeul's disembarkment. They're both gonna try to shift enter. I do have to point out Apeul is the host, so usually hosts do have an advantage. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's gonna be the case here. What does Pagai mean? To view the Pagai Apeul? Anyway, we do have an attack from Korea starting to move on the Zulu cities. You'd see these forests over here are unfortunately gonna be quite a stopper for these Hawachas. They can't shoot over them, and they're gonna need to move through the forest first so they can get vision over the next units. He might need to actually first move here, so he gets the drop on the units. I can't really see the damage points until these Hawachas do have the full movement on them. And we'll see. Favor. Oh, I see. Favor. Okay. Do you want the patties? Oh, populate. Oh, I see. I guess he's talking about those little paddles over there that you get on boats. Why is that scientist in that army? Abu. Abu is in the army because it does give the units around it one ring around them, and of course on the tile he is in more healing. You do get 20 HP heal for the units within one tile. It's very, very good. Also, Pompilide, good evening, sir. Thank you. Merci beaucoup, monsieur. Yeah, did he get? Oh, he got there. Apeul got there, and looks like he's forcing the ancient walls to be built in the city of Mari. I do see him not actually dealing enough damage against that city center to actually take it out, but it is going to force Babylon to put quite a few units to defend against this. No, we do have a very, very low HP Courser here that I don't think he's gonna do that much. I'm pretty sure it's gonna die next turn to whatever happens against him, either a wall attack or one of these units just looking at him funny. You know, it's just so low HP. We do have also Rome getting a few units to the east side, trying to get to see what's happening in Ottomans land. He did manage to take out one of the sentinels here to the west of Shivas, and now they keep on going towards the city centers of Ottomans, trying to find out, okay, is there an army? Is there not an army on Ottomans? What is she doing? How is she trying to play this? What are her moves? And so on. We got the Grand Bazaars coming up from the cities of Ottomans. She's definitely trying to get those trade routes out there, and now that she did manage to build a theater square in the city of Halep, she should be making a decent amount of points here. Is this the turn she finished, or was it 7 great writer points a turn? Okay, I mean that's decent. China is on 2, Ottoman 7, we got Babylon on 2, England on 5, India on 2, Rome on 1, Korea on 1, Zulu on 1. So again, not that many points made by anybody else there. We do need to see on India how is he gonna try to follow up the attack on Babylon. Looks like Babylon is being poked around from multiple sides here. Finally, SPA's players did manage to get with more than 100 science. We got Lythoxa 145, Oranssi is 157, but then we see Titiits 290, woo, exploding, Ulhas 232, boom, he's getting more. Tidube did also manage to get 186 and Bartsake 150. Now he's still keeping that lead in his science versus his opponent. Bartsake is on 150 science versus Apeul 77. And you can imagine that is quite a pressure over here building up on Apeul. We do see the Hawachas. The Hawachas are doing more than decent amount of damage against the Impis. And they did manage to get some promotions over here. But Titiits is not really following up on this. He's more worried about getting cities, new cities, getting new military hardware to use against his opponent. I see Bombards, for example, trying to deal with Samarkand. Then they're going to move to the west side. I'm pretty sure he's going to want to go for later technologies since he has the time. You know, it's fine. Oh well. Okay, let's see what's going on. So one Corsair died. 2 Corsairs died actually, and 1 Corsair is moving to the south. He's trying to get to the city parks. Okay, interesting. no way for Zulu to actually push in, but he did manage to keep Antananarivo alive, and of course we did have a road being built from the beginning into that city center. Now we do have a new crossbow course coming up from him, and it looks like more of these universities are also gonna arrive here. In the yields tab, when it comes to the gold generation, we do have a decent amount of gold being generated on both teams, with Poolp running ahead with 322 gold. She did manage to get so much gold generation on Muhtesham. Of course, one of his strengths is, of course, the Grand Bazaar. And now she is at the Grand Bazaar point in time. Now England is also going to need to reveal to us what is his plan here. He looks like he's putting down a few more industrial zones for the extra production points. He is going for printing, so bottom 3. Nationalism also coming up in 1. If he wants to go for something like redcoats, he should go over here, right? Isn't it military science, redcoats? Yes, military science. So he needs to go to the bottom 3 and get that. And I would love to actually see a direct encounter between him and the Lythoxa units, especially since redcoat corps with an admiral, with a general, are going to be so strong on another continent. He's not making that many great general points. He's only on 5 great general points a turn. You can see you do need 155 points. That's a lot of time. 31 turns to actually get a general with you know, passive. So I'm pretty sure he's going to need to get a few projects out. The good thing is he did build multiple encampments from different cities, so at least he's gonna get that going. Oh. No, right. Okay, builders, I mean, a great general. Okay, universities, okay, Babylon getting more units, looks like normal. Yongle here is gonna get a lot more science, also going for Angkor Wat in the capital city. Now he's starting to reach 10 population in multiple cities of his, and those bonuses should start to kick in here. He's on 164 cents, 100 and 109. Doesn't look like he's matching his opponents here. So yeah, it's hard. I think the land over here wasn't ideal for Yongle. Not that much food, and he was forced to work from the beginning. And even now, he's working quite a few of those food tiles, food projects. We do take a look here. Okay, that courser did manage to pillage another one of these tiles, the iron mine, and then got taken down completely. Babylon did upgrade one of his caravels in this choke point, and it looks like Zulu does have a few coursers in the north. These courser cores are actually much stronger than the Babylonian units. It's just a matter of actually getting there with sufficiently strong numbers, and that's something that Zulu is not benefiting from right now. He's just throwing units around at his opponents from here and there. And of course, on the other side, Bartsake is just playing whack-a-mole, you know, like you hit one, but another one pops up. So you hit there, another one pops up somewhere there, and so on and so forth. I do notice he did manage to get his dominant religion in multiple cities, benefiting from stewardship for the extra science and gold. I'm pretty sure choral music is not something that he is that fond of, but at least he does get the +6 from the holy site he built earlier. So, you know, yeah, at least that. Now, I'm actually curious if Rome is going to put more cities here. It looks like he's just going for straight up production, getting his workshops going, getting the factories going, and he did manage to get the units right in the face of Ottomans. Not strong enough to do that much damage, but they did manage to pillage 2 tiles, actually pillaged the market and the bazaar in the commercial hub before they were forced out. And we do see wheat tile for them to use as a med pack, actually 2 wheat tiles to use as a med pack, forcing Poolp to get a few more units to defend herself here. It looks like Poolp is gonna get some universities going of her own. 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. Yeah, okay, she's going. She's going. She's trying to get out of the hero position. The gold generation is allowing them to be quite flexible. The problem is they're not getting the science to use that gold properly to apply the power against their opponents. And this is unfortunately just gonna spiral out of the control when there's gonna be enough difference in technology between them to make any kind of technology they have irrelevant. And this is, I guess, going to be revealed to us what Titiits' road is going to look like. Does he want to go planes? Does he want to go tanks? What is he going to want to do? We do have more camels coming up from him, so I guess, and he did manage to take Samarkand finally. That allows him to reposition his military to the west side and get all of these bombards to bear. So I'm thinking with this amount of bombards, he's probably going to want to go for tank artillery over here on the front line. He should be going there. Titiits is going to get banking. I mean, he just got banking, nationalism coming up in 2 turns, and he did put down another city, Gongju, right in the face of Zulu. He did manage to get this control of the territory with multiple hawachas, and at the moment, of course, Zulu can't really push back even if he wanted to. We do have Rome also building up so many of these factories, and I do see coal power plants. He's ramping up to 367 production, while Titiits is on 379. Wait, Titiits is on this production with, oh, okay, he did manage to get factories in there. Okay, I was thinking, like, is this without factories? Wow. I gotta point out something else, by the way. We don't see Korea going crazy with his industrial count. He just got 1 industrial in the perfect placement that factory gives the production to all of his other cities at the same time, right? If you take a look at over here at the factory, its production bonus is extended to all city centers within 6 tiles that do not already have this bonus. And of course, we do have the +3, and then another additional +3 if you get electricity. Now, it's not the same, by the way. It's not the same with getting multiple industrial zones and working that bonus. Zulu needs a loan. Yes, Zulu definitely needs a loan. And I think every few turns, Poolp is just giving a bit more gold to Zulu, or somebody's giving a bit more gold to Zulu. Here, Zulu, take care of your people. Yes. We do have Zulu just throwing units at the Babylonian wall of defense. We do have him try to figure out how he can get in there and of course do the damage. And we do need to see if this is gonna go through. We do have Bartsake managing to get in the meantime quite a bit of defenses going south, north, and west. And ooh, Apeul Corsair got in. He's getting in, boys. Is he gonna get to pillage? Is he going there? Yeah. We do have Babylon also converting most of his cities. Looks like India over here is gonna have quite a bit of science coming up from his things. I did hear not fear. Oh, good and Apple Justice, and thank you so much, anonymous gifter. Oh my god. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Kanehin 23, Pochunar, Fakesta 17, Guernaroth, Arasin. Thank you so much, guys, for joining the Dreamers. Welcome. We do have Chinese heavy chariots coming online here from Taiwan, and as you can see, we do have quite a few food projects also coming around from China. He's desperate to get more population in there. He's on 186 science with 123 culture, while Angkor Wat is going to give him 1 population on all of his cities, each of his cities. This is going to be quite an impressive wonder there for him, a powerful one. Now I do see Korea is getting a bit anxious over here to get this attack going, even chopping his 7 down to so he can produce something else. I would really love to see him how to say, keep on attacking his opponent, but I guess he doesn't have an easy way in. Yeah, he doesn't have an easy way in. Where are the redcoats, man? Where are the redcoats? England getting armories. Okay, he's getting military engineers. He's not revealing his hand to go against his opponent. And I do see shipyards coming up from Liverpool. Definitely ranking, getting his production up. 396 points of production here. He did manage to get his factories going. One turning them from the city of London. Usually the cities of England are actually quite powerful, especially because you can couple the shipyards extra bonus of the harbor adjacency with the industrial zones, and usually you do get a lot of coal worked in your territory. That is amazing. You can see he does benefit from a decent amount of coal tiles that are either right next to his cities or a bit further away where he can put new cities on. Green team doesn't have time to wait around. Their tech difference is gonna skyrocket soon. Yeah. Hey, Cunningham, good evening, sir. Good evening. And yes, thank you so much, Anonymous Gifter. We do have a coal power plant starting up from Rome. He's going to get that electricity going through multiple cities here. He does have, as you can see, factories built in quite a few of them, or is building them in quite a few of these cities. And of course, with the extra production bonus that he's going to get from the power, well, we do have to see what's going to happen. 387 I meow. We're going to need to see what's going to happen next turn when all of that power is going to have to be channeled through all of the cities over here. Yes. Power. Okay. What? 462 production, jumping up to the most productive one in the game. Ulhas over here did manage to channel all of that power into his cities, and now he's gonna need to figure out what does he want to use it to. Words, I guess. Now we do have Zulu also managing to get a few pillages here. Looks like he did get that pillage on the mine. He lost that courser. Now he put another courser on the campus of Shapadum. We do need to see if Babylon here is going to be on his toes and manage to get that going. Antananarivo died. Disgusting. Oh, Apeul actually killed his own city-state? Oh, but man, this city-state was so friendly to him. Wow. Wow. Oh my god, man. Oh, another message? Check. Fangario, good evening, sir. How much civs are city parkers? How many civs are using the city park? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. Because China is not using it. I guess China, wait, sorry, I counted China. India is not using it. Zulu is not using it. Who was it? England is not using it, and Muhtesham is not using it. So 4 out of 8 civilizations. McQuinzel, yes, no more Antananarivo. No more Antananarivo. It went down with the fishes. Deleted from the scene over here. Apeul did have another city-state. No, he did not have another city-state. I was definitely thinking he's gonna get Candy, and I'm very curious why he did not get Candy in the meantime. Like with the coursers he made to go against Babylon, they could have just gotten a little bit of experience going, you know, head first into Candy and see what happens. Anyway. In the meantime, we do have India starting to put down more of these encampments. It looks like he is getting up with more military to the northeast, needs to rebuild some of that military. Coastal trade route between Ottomans and India, Oranssi. Oh my god, look at these cities, man. Look at these trade routes. Beautiful. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 trade routes at the moment. And of course, India is going to need to reposition all of his trade routes as well towards the north there. It's no surprise that we do have Poolp on 362 gold per turn. I didn't even see this. Look how far away she did manage to get all of this going. That's unbelievable. Just for the economy. Now, is this gonna give them a survival chance against what's coming against them? Because I'm pretty sure with Korea starting to ramp up his military production, and not to mention benefiting from like 300 plus science, this is gonna be quite an issue in the next part of the game. We do have him putting down more industrial zones. He knows that he's gonna need to get power in these cities as well. We do also have him getting a few more builders and finishing up the city parks in the newly acquired city of Samarkand. It did put Chanchon down as well for the niter points. Okay, that's actually 2 niter tiles that he's benefiting from, and an amber there. Okay, not bad, not bad. More coal over here next to Daegu. And we still have to reveal the 5th wonder. I still don't know what the 5th wonder is, by the way. And it must be somewhere hidden, somewhere in the tundra or somewhere, because honestly, I did not see it anywhere else. So I'm sorry. Oh well. We do need to see also what Tidube is going to do here. It does look like he's going for his military economies, and I do see Colossus, or I should say more wonders coming off from him. We're 2 turns away from the next golden age, and Tidube is 96 points out of 101. Doesn't look like he's actually going to get enough to go for next golden age for reform the coinage, but you know, it is what it is. It's not that usual you see players going to chain all of the golden ages in the game. We do have also Ulhas here going for a Dark Age, 83 out of 93. A lot of the players are going to lose their pen brush of voices here and will drop in the culture significantly, around 30-40 points. We do have Titiits also, 93 out of 99. He's 6 points out from getting that golden age, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to make it unless he gets like planes or something. He's not going to make it. How many turns? 2 turns, okay. Tech side, refining, scorched earth, battleship bubble. Is there a battleship? No, he can't. Anyway. Sugarman 492, thank you so much for the follow, sir, and welcome. Go time. Hello there, sir. Good evening. Isn't it usually much better to go dark third era so that you get heroic fourth? Yes. I mean, I guess most of the time, like I would say 75% of the time, it is much better to go that way. But sometimes the players can actually chain those golden ages, and he can use the reform the coinage or something like a monumentality 3, monumentality third era to keep on working the land, expanding, and so on and so forth. So like simming. I guess it is situational, but you do have some fringe cases that don't make it that good to actually go third era Dark Age. We do have, let's keep on going and see. Titiits is 3 points out, actually, 4 points out from getting there. It looks like Tidube got it. He actually got it. Did he? Wait, what did he get over here? Did he? Hello, Titiits? Oh, wow, Tidube man, he got it. He got it. Oh, he got an armada. Okay, he got an armada with his Santa Cruz. Okay, very nice. So it looks like he is gonna go for that reform the coinage in the next era. Now we do have also Titiits needing to figure out how he's gonna get the 4 points. On the other side, Oranssi is 10 points out, not gonna make it. Apeul is gonna be very dark, Lythoxa very dark, and Poolp very dark. Doesn't seem like there's any chance on them. Oh, 1 point, Titiits, come on, you can do it, Titiits, you can do it. We believe in you, in the great power of the Titiitsian. We do need to see what he's gonna do here. 96 out of 99, come on, Titiits. No, okay, no football chance over here. Come on, boys. Oh my god, it was amazing, by the way, at the land, to hear all of those players in the background when they were doing something amazing. Everybody was like, whoa. You know, yeah, we won, we did. Settler still. Search 5th wonder on minimap. By the way, I followed after a few weeks of watching you just because I wanted to put this message. Thanks for good quality streams. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Wait, you can't. Anyway, I can't do the 5th. I can't use the search map. I would love to, but it doesn't allow me. It doesn't work, sir. It doesn't work. Natural one that I put the search and it doesn't work. It's it is what it is, man. But anyway, I do hope you enjoy the content, and of course you're gonna keep on enjoying the content. Thank you so much, sir. Xifi asking us how much technology is between Titiits and Lythoxa. Let's see, we do have on Lythoxa 33 technologies, and then we do have on Titiits 41 technologies, 8 technologies above. Ooh, that's a big difference. That is big Pikachu difference. Big Pikachu. Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot. Anyway, how watching cores are coming up from Korea. You can imagine these bad boys are gonna do a lot of damage against the imps. 90 strength on attack here, but they're gonna lose their military advisory resolution soon because next turn we're gonna have the Congress session. And wait, was that Titian Golden Age? That was a Titian Golden Age. They managed to make it. Reform the coinage on Tidube. We do have him getting that 404 gold a turn. Man, this guy, Not even coastally trading with anybody and casually getting 400 gold per turn while Poolp is struggling to get 438. Coastally trading with her partner here and getting so much gold between them. Wow. We got Ulhas also on 500 production, Tidube 500 production. We got Titiits on 470 production, and I do see Reform the coinage also on Titiits over here. He's starting to gear up his attack going with the calves, and I do see how much is getting upgraded here. Cored up, more bombards are on the front line with the line infantry is also starting to get around. We do need to see if more equipment is going to come on the front line, and he does have James St. George if he wants to get some fast walls going. In the tech side here, Titiits is going for flight. We will see the planes come onto the battlefield here when he's going to get those aerodromes down and go and attack his opponents. Now we do have Bartsake coming up with 173 science. He did very well defending on the west side, east side against his opponent, the north as well. We did see Zulu units try to poke around each of his territory here. Now he's putting down more of his encampments and trying to get Forbidden City from the city of Babylon and Alhambra, two wonders that will give him extra policy slots to use. Not bad, not bad. Oranssi coming up here. Normal Age, Dark Age, Dark Age, Dark Age. Unfortunately, nobody from SPA did manage to get the Golden Age. We do need to see how Zulu is trying to get out of this. Getting Knight armies. Gonna be strong actually as a unit, but he's still struggling to get the science and the culture going. Unfortunately, he did make quite a sacrifice to actually stop expanding and try to go against his opponents here as hard as he possibly could. Did force Babylon to make a strong army, and of course that actually hurt Babylon quite a bit into his science development and culture development, but not enough to slow him down significantly. Actually, slow him down entirely, I should say. Okay, so what are we gonna have here? Trade policy. Okay, sure. We're gonna have mercenary companies for the faith, and we're gonna have 2 diplo points. Okay, sure. The last one that got a diplo was Ulhas, if I'm not mistaken. They put it on Ulhas the last time. Overall, let's see. Ulhas is on 4 out of 20. So if they wanna get some form of diplo victory here on him, they're gonna need to let him get that Statue of Liberty and let him get a religion. He should get Mahabodhi Temple somewhere, and well, that's not something that I do see him going for. It's more like domination going for, a lot of production, going for his cities. He can be flexible with what's coming ahead. We'll see. Be right back. Let me get to the bathroom real quick. Okay, there we go. Okay, what do we have here? What happened in the World Congress? International trade routes with the +4 for Tidube. I don't want to double check if they did vote. Yeah, they did vote A. This one, oh my god, it went B. Kick W, bro. It went B. No, it went B production. Well, everybody went B, so it's fine. No harm done. Okay, here it did go. Okay. Give me. Okay. The last one was Ulhas, by the way, getting the Diplo points. So again, it looks like he's getting ahead with his points on 5 out of 20. Okay, that's not enough to actually get faster to the win, but I guess he does have quite a few wonders that he can build. I do see Alhambra being built in Kumen. This wasn't this built also here? Yeah, it is being built in Bartsake's land, so maybe there is a bit of a miscommunication between them. I'm pretty sure Bartsake would not want to waste production. We do have also Bartsake managing to get more universities going. I do see Babylon benefiting from a decent amount of science now, 181. And even if they did lose a significant amount of culture, Tidube is still quite ahead with the culture. He did manage to get theater squares from the beginning, got quite a few projects and got those great writers for the books in his theater squares, benefiting from quite a bit of extra culture there. I do like how he also placed down his entertainment complex, so not only he gives bonuses to 2 of these theater squares, getting good adjacency, but he also gets the amenities around those cities. We do have a Terracotta army coming up from Birmingham, even if he did reach, by the way, the red coat timing. I did notice one red coat over here. He did not go crazy with them, and I do see at the moment he keeps on building up his encampments. He does have an encampment coming up from Sunderland to the west side, the Liverpool going for armory, and I do see Manchester going for more factories here. Okay, Forbidden City from Bristol. Is he gonna get Forbidden City? Forbidden City was being built here. That's 8 turns versus the 7 turns or 6 turns. Okay, so I guess Bristol is gonna make it much faster. We do need to see also if Korea is going to start his attack run. He does have the units to go for, and of course we do have Zulu. The more time he gives Zulu, the more units Zulu will bring on the front line. And we do have heavy chariot armies coming up from him, multiple knight armies. Oh my god, okay. Now Zulu is 4 turns away from getting ballistics. That's gonna allow him to get the cuirassier armies, which are gonna be quite powerful to defend against the Korean units. We will need to see those aerodromes being put down by Korea as soon as possible. Titiits did finish flight, and he can actually get some of those aerodromes going. He needs to kill the flat tiles, and I'm pretty sure he's not happy about this. The only flat tile he has, for example, in his capital is this one. Is the maize tile he has been using for so long to actually get the food in. Is definitely not going to be happy about this. Now I guess he can put, there we go, he can put aerodromes from other cities and try to get those airports in. He does have a decent amount of aluminium throughout his land, and again this might be a question of how to say, I still have a question, a very big question, if this was increased recently, if the aluminium spawn was increased recently, because it definitely looks like that. Like for the last few maps that I've seen, there's a lot more aluminium all around the map. We do also need to take a look at how Rome is going to try to get this going. Alhambra finishing in Cumain 3 turns, commercial hub investments coming up from Rule Valley and Mediolanum, and this actually brings up the question, what does he want to do with the merchants? Okay, I guess 2 envoys is going to be nice, especially if he's fighting for something as a city-state, and they were... Okay, looks like Bologna did manage to get win over by Korea. He didn't manage to get Amani double in there, leaving Oranssi with only 19 envoys. A spy needs to get into Bologna to actually kill some of these envoys, because otherwise, not gonna happen. Lythoxa is keeping Fez, even though it is right on the borders of Babylon. Bartsake doesn't have enough strength to go against that city center, and that city is 77 garrison defense strength. It's very hard to take out. I guess the time to kill it has gone a long time. Tidube still keeps Mohenjo-Daro. I see Valentine's Poolps. Hansa Poolp. I see Cahokia also not yet being held by anybody. Well, I guess it is contested actually. Yeah, it is contested. And Bartsake and Apeul are fighting for it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. More heavy chariot armies coming up from Apeul. They do benefit from a decent amount of gold from Poolp. Both Poolp and Titiube are running ahead neck and neck, 580 on each, gold per 10. A lot more production on Titiube, and of course we do see the science and the culture is ramping up. Titiits did manage to get to 400 science and 161 culture. Man, if this keeps on going, we're gonna have GDRs when Zulu's gonna fight with tanks or something. Not even tanks, maybe get steel walls. That's a bit too much advantage here for Titiits. We need to nerf Titiits. Well, we do have quite a few of these heavy chariot armies that are going to need their upgrades going, and I'm pretty sure they're going to get the gold from his teammates. Oranssi, Lythoxa, and Poolp do have quite a bit of that gold in the bank here. Apeul is starting to get 1,300 military points on his side with multiple night armies going to the west. They might actually keep on trying to poke at Babylon. While you do see even the night armies do not have an easy time going against the men-at-arms of Babylon. Those are men-at-arm cores though, and I do see some field cannons. So, oh, okay, there we go. Now that's a different beast. We got Cuirassier army starting to ramp up here, and these are definitely gonna be stronger. Is he gonna ever get to mobilization? I don't think so, right? Or maybe he's on civil engineering one turn. What is it? Here, right? So civil engineering, he needs here. Oh, civil engineer urbanization, he needs nationalism. Well, he already got national scorched earth and mobilization. So he's like 4 civics away from getting that. It's possible. It's possible. On Zulu, you do get that extra damage right there. So every little bit counts, man. Every little bit. We do also need to see if Rome over here is going to start to build up an army. It doesn't look like he's interested in the moment. He is building up a banana here from the city of Rome. He did put Ravenna right next to Paitidi, which was something that we missed at the beginning. He does have a +5 campus in that city as well as quite a few tiles that he could use. Not really interested in spending the gold. This is surprising, by the way. He could definitely do some gold acquirements over here to get the extra culture and the extra gold and better tiles to use in the capital, in the city center. I guess he doesn't want to min-max that much his bonuses there. Also on Muhteshem, we got the campus research projects coming up from her. I'm going for, okay, this is Dmitry Mendeleev with the 50% production towards research labs buildings. This would be quite valuable on somebody that has lower production than normal. I do see finally Poolp is starting to ramp up her factories and workshop productions, and of course we do see they do benefit from quite a bit of adjacency from these aqueducts. Wait, was this a misclick? What is... Oh, I guess Istanbul does need to get to 10 pop, right? To put down that... But I was watching this one. Why is this one here and not here or here? Like... Anyway, I guess she doesn't want... She ended up with a pickle, doesn't want to destroy the stone, but that's... The stone tile is the best tile she could get for an encampment, for an industrial zone. Oh my god, kick W, man. Yeah, well, it is what it is. She's gonna have to kill the stone tile. We do have Rule Valley coming up from Mediolandum next turn. She keeps it for Konya or Cap. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. That's what Konya is. So this is Trablusgarp. So yeah, I guess we'll see it from Istanbul when she's gonna reach 10 pop here. But yeah, that's a good point there. We do have to see what's going on here for the west side. Looks like Impi did try to poke a little bit from the south of Borsipa to force Bartsake to get a defense there. It doesn't seem like it's going to be that big of a problem, especially with line infantry corps coming up here. These Cuirassier armies cannot push through easily. They're still going to do damage. There's definitely going to be a problem if he goes full in. And I'm a bit surprised we don't see him trying to do another one of those shenanigans, like getting a road here from to the north and trying to go against the north of Babylon, because this is basically the citadel, right? You need to be on point to actually attack through the citadel and delete your opponent. You have to have a significant advantage in army wise against him, and it doesn't seem like at the moment Zulu does benefit from that, especially since he's going to get attacked from the east side with only a skeleton army defending the city of Nongoma. You can imagine if he does get enough planes, he's just gonna enter the city of Nongoma without shooting once with units. The planes are going to take care of everything. Now, we do have a bit more culture coming up from Korea as well. He does need to get his art museums going. And I do see archaeologists are coming up from some of his cities. I do see finally he's getting aerodromes in the other cities here. They still ignored the fact that he could put one down from Gwangju. I'm pretty sure he wants the food rather than an aerodrome in that city center. On Tidube. Helicopters? Is this helicopters? Because I see China ramping up pre-builds for heavy chariots. I do see Cav cores coming up from Tidube, and I do see Tidube 2 turns away from getting steel, 5 turns away from getting mobilization. He still needs quite a few turns to actually get his armies going, and I guess tanks are a bit out of the question now. It would be a bit late to actually hard build, or I should say get the pre-builds going for how many tanks he needs to upgrade, or is this gonna be full hard build war going against his opponent? That might be. I mean, I don't want to discount anything here. We might see that happening. On Oranssi, by the way, we do have him on 259 science with 94 culture. He did get 458 production throughout his empire, and did not actually, I guess, min-max his industrial zones that much, especially with the lack of aqueducts coming around here. Didn't have that many places to go for those aqueducts anyway. We do have him getting the science from converting the majority of the Chinese cities. You can see over here to the south, all of these Chinese cities did get converted with the Shinto dominant religion, giving him the cross-cultural benefits of 1 science for every 3 followers of this religion. I can't say he's getting an impressive amount of science, but he's still getting some science, like 3 science here, 4 science here, another 3 science here, another 2 science here, and so on and so forth. You can imagine he's getting a few dozen points at least. We do have to take a look at what he's going to do here in the upcoming stage of the game. Since he did poke a little bit of Babylon, he did force Babylon to get a defense on the west side, but there was no counter-attack into his units, and it doesn't seem like at the moment he is going to gear up for war. He did put up a few of these encampments, and yeah, that gives him the opportunity to get general points, but especially since we do have so many general points by England, so many general points by Babylon, we got Zulu making general points. India is only on 8 per turn, and if he doesn't actually start to make projects here, he's not gonna get that many overall generals. And we got Zulu also getting onto the front line with those Cuirassier armies. He's gonna start poking into the Babylonian defenses, and we can see those Cuirassier armies do hurt if they get into position against the correct unit, but so do these field cannon corps. Gonna start hurting when they're gonna start shooting. Let's see, encampment training project coming up here. More settlers coming up from Shapudum. Cuirassiers. He wants to core them up as well on the front line. Okay, Cuirassier corps versus Cuirassiers armies. Definitely the Cuirassier armies are a little bit ahead. Hey, Delby Cooper. Hello there, sir. Wow, okay. Wait, what happened to Propi? What do you mean avenge him? What happened to Propi? Give me a sec. Trying to figure out something really quickly. Um, Oh, he did oh my god. Okay, he did try to go in. He did manage to sacrifice a lot of his strength from these cuirassier armies to get in there. He does have promotion. It's all about the first moves over here, if he's gonna get out or not. Of course, there are shots from the Babylonian field cannon corps able to do the damage, the remaining damage against these units, and we're gonna need to see how many of the Zulu armies can actually get onto the front line, and if they manage to breach the Babylonian defenses. We do have multiple cuirassier corps coming out from both sides, trying to get over there on the front line. In camel training projects coming out from Babylon, so he gets the chance to recruit one of the generals. That's one thing that I think is here. Yeah, we do have Gustavus Adolphus, an industrial era giving bonus general. That's of course going to give all of these cuirassier armies a +5. Very nice, very nice. Zulu Nihangs, how strong are they? Well, they're okay-ish. They're like 68 defense strength here. 87 against the Cuirassier. Not bad, not bad. He does have military academies. Let's see. He doesn't even have military academies. Wow. Okay, he needs to get one military academy. So the Nihangs would be awesome, right? Give me a second so I can fix a mistake of one of the admins. Okay, so new moves coming in. Looks like Zulu did manage to attack one of these infantry corps and took it down, but he did lose one of his cuirassier armies in the process. We do have Babylon putting new units on the front line with field cannons behind all of these powerful units to deal the initial damage against the cuirassier armies. Favor asking us, Favor actually, how long till we see some planes? I think we already got planes. We got planes. We got planes. We got fighters in the air over here. You see them coming up in Gwangju. Two of them did up here over there. We do have some observation balloons giving that extra range to these bombards to also attack into Nongoma. Look at that damage. Yes, and look at that. I was saying, man, these guys are not gonna even shoot. They're just gonna walk in the city and whoa, it's all ours, boys. It's all ours. We do need to see how Rome is going to manage to do the next moves here. Looks like he is trying to get more points. He's going to get Potala Palace. He did manage to build Alhambra from Kume. And I do see he's going for Chichen Itza. Well, I guess a lot of that rainforest did go out a long time ago. So he's not going to get an amazing amount of bonuses, but he's going to get some bonuses. Now, we do need to also take a look here on England, he did manage to get to that forbidden city, taking it away from his ally, unfortunately. And he is going full in Cav course. So this is gonna be a helicopter army, helicopters going against his opponent here. Tidube's 321 science is gonna put him right quickly to those helicopters. Scientific theory coming up next turn from him. He did manage to recruit Dandara. That is gonna be a good channel for tanks, I guess. We do have him 2 turns away from getting mobilization, from getting the army ability of his calves here. And we do need to see if he is gonna attack with the calves or is he gonna attack with actually helicopters. I would really say, you know, wait for helicopters. You waited this long, you might as well wait a little bit, you know, get the helicopters going. Man, don't die at the beach end, you know. You gotta go full on. Oh yeah, the power. Apeul over here is also bringing some bombard armies. He's going to need to deal with the strength of his opponent here. And of course, we do see Babylon also benefiting from quite a few of these field cannon cords with the level 2s. That's going to be quite powerful. There we have it. They do deal the damage against the cuirassier armies, forcing them back. He's getting some promotions there. Let's see the planes. They are taking down Nongoma. We got the bombards here with the support help of the observation balloons. A few cuirassier corps to walk in the city, but he's waiting for the city of Nongoma to go low enough so he can just stroll in like he owns the place. Rome is gonna need to keep up his infrastructure, go for his infrastructure, I would say. He's still wanting some extra amenities. He's building swords. I do see military academies coming up from Kume, and is actually giving up on attacking on Ottomans anytime soon. It doesn't seem like he wants to build an army at all. He just wants to get to research labs here, and I do see him chemistry 110, mobilization in 4. Now I do see Bartsake also on combustion coming up next turn, and Tidube, I was thinking he's gonna go planes, but then he's going, look at that, he does this to us and he's going economics instead of going for helicopters. What is this happening? Is he going chemistry? Looks like he's going chemistry. So it seems like with this revelation, it seems like he's just going to put a bit of pressure on his opponent, on Lythoxa, forcing him to use some gold, which is, I mean, he's going to benefit from a lot of gold anyway. And maybe he's going to do some damage against Ottomans. Look at that. He's actually attacking into Ottomans with 1 red coat and winning. What is this? 1 red coat, man. Can you imagine if he actually went full on red coats crazy here? I would have been so happy. Fusion MK, you want a recap, but you don't have the points for a recap? Well, you know, what can I say, man? What can I say? Get the points, bro. Get the points. And we do have more calves coming out from England. He's going to need to get 1 calf to actually use with the core to army up 1 unit. And we will need to see how many of those he's going to manage to do. Definitely a lot of units are coming out from his cities right now that he finishes in Camot and getting one there. Oh, look at that. Lazin Sarpel called out for a recap for you. There we go. Also, Bob Shu, good evening, sir. Good evening. Yes, I could show you the stats. In the meantime, I can do the recap. So, from the beginning of the game, we did have Zulu poking around the cities of Babylon. He did send a trade route to a city that was Antananarivo to the south and build a road. Now, he has been pressuring from horses, or you might say ponies in the French language. In the Francophone community, they usually call ponies. He did then get EPs, and now he's following up with cuirassiers and got a few coursers to attack into his opponent and got a few pillages, but couldn't didn't break any city. That's something that Bartsake did keep on his side. He was always on point with the defense here. Now we did have also Yongle starting to get close to England. He did. Oh, no more recap done. Looks like we gonna win. We gonna win it over here. It is gonna be Freritos de la Vega managing to overwhelm their opponents just through pure brain power. We do have them out-simming their opponents with such a good place over there coming up from Big Titiits. He had the production, he had the Colosseum in his grasp, not to mention all of those city parks everywhere. His people were like, oh man, no, so happy, so happy. And then on the other side, Poolp did manage to get the gold on her a team with more than 500 gold per turn. She did manage to upkeep everything that her allies needed, but unfortunately it wasn't enough to push the win through. We did have a bit of a unusual India gameplay here, especially with those without the holy sites and without the religion on India. That was a bit okay, that happened, but it looks like he did manage to get, you know, decent amount of science with a good-ish amount of culture. It was a bit later than we expected, and since he didn't have that much faith to use, well, no monumental dieras. Yeah, GG clap clap. Yeah, GG clap clap. Let me see what the players are gonna talk about. Of course, we are in the CivFR community. We're gonna hear a lot of French. I'm pretty sure the players are gonna be more excited to talk in French. And of course, if they do have the patience to answer a few questions in English, thank you. Let's see. Let's go.
Il est passé par où ton scout au début, le deuxième, celui qui a pillé la route vers le haut là?
Il est passé pas loin de quoi?
Ah, il est passé par en bas. Oh putain. Bah, tu sais, t'as deux scouts qui m'ont pillé la route là.
Oh mec.
Et celui qui, celui qui est le plus vers moi, en fait, bah, il m'a beaucoup fait chier. L'autre, ça va. Mais celui-là, il fait trop chier quoi.
J'avais oublié que t'allais avoir l'ingé. Moi, j'étais trop content de mon P. J'étais, ah ça y est, il va rien pouvoir faire. Et en fait.
Bah, après, c'est trop défensif. Mais j'avais pas envie de route interne.
On fait du Gandhi, on a fait ban. Mais qu'est-ce qu'on a ban? On a ban Hongrie à la place, c'est ça? Ou on a ban autre chose? J'en veux plus.
Hongrie, je crois. Non, Colombie.
Colombie, ouais.
De toute façon, la draft était loose dès l'instant où vous avez ban la puce.
So Bartsake was asking what did they ban in the previous or in the last civilization. It was Colombia.
Alors, ce BO Yongle. Alors, est-ce que c'est le bon?
Ouais, j'avais vraiment pas de food. Mais tu sais que j'ai dû faire plein de projets pour passer à 10 de pop. En plus de l'encorvat, et j'étais à 10 de pop et je perdais de la pop.
And now he was asking Lythoxa how was Yongle.
C'était grave. Ça allait pas du tout. Mais
Not that much good land on Yongle there. So much food necessary.
Yeah, I don't have food.
Yeah.
I thought it was good at first, but yeah. Maybe not that good.
Why no red coats on Tidube? Why no red coats, man?
No oligarchy.
I mean, you.
Nah, I just wanna do helicopters on everyone.
Okay. I mean, your one red coat wins against Ottomans, hands down. It's just one red coat, man.
The game was already won, so it was like no need.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes.
Titiits, why no deal?
It was a deal, no?
No, you attacked me.
No, I didn't push you. I mean, Bartsake was crying.
Timing. Okay, first horses, then Impy, then Kurasiers. Fuck you, man. Just Sim.
Just Sim and shut up.
Le pire, c'est qu'au début, on a dit bon, Apeul tu sim. Il a dit oui.
Non.
si, c'est ça qui s'est passé.
Vous dites que c'est passé. C'est pas vrai.
Bah c'est gros, faut que tu scales, tu joues Zulu sur Island, il a dit ouais d'accord. Et il a pas de déponner.
Mais même il était plus de game, hein. Je lui ai redit.
Non, il y a un moment j'ai demandé est-ce que je pars Magnus route interne ou pas, et on me...
Quel rapport?
On m'a dit non.
Moi je dis oui, arrête de mytho.
Ah mais toi tu vas me dire oui quelle que soit la position.
Non mais
Quel est le rapport?
Bah oui,
Bah la réponse est oui, quelle que soit la position, ça tombe bien.
Mais oui, mais non.
Moi je voulais
Martin,
juste
il
même
voulait pas
avec
jouer la
Bart,
joue.
mais... Il a
En
pas
vrai,
voulu,
t'as fait
quoi.
des dégâts. On est allé sur Island et c'est le seul qui a pas pu sim, du coup, c'est quand même bien.
Ah ouais.
Je pense, psychologiquement.
Je vais demander à Elon pour pas me taper. Bon.
Quelle déception quand j'ai vu Island quand je suis arrivé là.
On n'a pas le choix, c'est eux qui ont choisi, mec.
Non, c'est vous qui avez choisi.
Quoi? Mais non.
PC, Ulhas.
D'ailleurs, si on avait ban Highlands, et il restait plongé standard et Primo, vous auriez ban Primo ou...
Non, je vais plonger standard.
Oui, donc Poolp, tu m'as pas écouté.
Ah, vous vouliez pas jouer Primo, vous?
Non.
En fait, j'ai oublié une map. Quoi.
Poolp, elle a préparé la draft. J'ai fait bon, qu'est-ce qu'on ban et pourquoi machin, il me fait bah, on ban 7, 6 et Primo. Je lui ai dit ok, donc on suppose qu'ils vont ban Continuity Heal ou c'est quoi qu'est-ce qu'ils vont ban? Il fait quoi? Une Continuity Heal? Je sais pas, super.
Non, mais on était hyper frères. C'est ça qu'il faut retenir.
Oh la foot que t'allais prendre Simon là. Oh,
Mais mec, t'allais rien faire. Franchement, j'allais
oh,
avoir
j'ai
un
les
anti-char par case.
Non, mais alors là, je vais en screen parce que je suis sûr que t'es pas prêt, mec.
400 militaires avec tous tes trucs là actuellement.
Je sortais là un piqué de tir par tour là dans toutes mes
Mais
villes.
tu sais qu'en fait, il a juste à contourner, tu ne rattrapes pas en fait. Il a pris l'arrière de ton ombre.
Et Simon, ce que tu vois, c'est que moi, les hélicos ils sont sur toi là dans 4 tours en fait.
Oui, bah dans 4 tours, j'ai une ligne Maginot de haute.
Mais alors, mec, il y a de l'eau partout, mec, il peut passer au sud et au nord.
Gino, ça marche bien, demande à Apeul, hein.
Bah oui.
En plus, ta mère, pourquoi tu fais un projet là?
Parce que je t'ai vu, frérot.
Du coup, je me suis dit, ah non, je vais parler pendant toute la LAN, ça y est, il va me le deny, et putain.
Exactement. Je t'ai vu, j'étais là. Oh, je vais faire un projet, je vais first move le prophète, j'en ai rien à foutre.
En plus, je l'ai eu, et en fait, il me fallait un tour de plus pour l'activer, non.
Bah oui, je voyais ton lieu saint. En fait, j'ai vu ton lieu saint, du coup, je suis allé checker les prophètes, parce que moi, j'attendais le mien tranquillement. J'ai vu, gros, j'ai fait un projet direct.
They're talking about the two religions. Bartsake wanted to get the +1 Zen meditation, and Oranssi took it.
Au cas où.
T'as eu raison, t'as eu raison. Mais même méditation zen, du coup, j'étais là, putain, je me sentais fou baiser, quoi. Genre, vraiment...
Mec, je te jure, j'étais
Michael
si heureux quand j'ai claqué mon prophète.
I still had first moves on Bart, but time between turns was like I thought I was crashing since like 20 turns. I had the
black screen.
The window. Yes, I had a lot of black screen, but the window like program is not responding.
Yeah. It does that, unfortunately. Yes.
But still, I still had first move over.
Gonna be fixed,
interesting. Hopefully. I mean, this is the third time we hear that it's gonna be fixed. You know.
This time it's true because
yeah.
No, it's the second hotfix, and first hotfix we didn't know if it was going to fix. Anyway.
Okay, I do have one more question. Why India no monumentality?
What?
Gandhi?
Yeah, Gandhi never actually went for holy sites. He got one holy site. That's it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I just want 2 activities.
Okay.
I don't care about
meditation.
amenities.
Zen meditation and amenities and plus to the whole game. Let's go.
Yeah, the best way to play Gandhi at the moment.
Yes. Yeah. Gandhi is better without holy sites.
It depends if you have a really good site, maybe, but
yeah, if you have a really good Earth Goddess, very early, can go.
Going pen and brush with internal or even external is always better for the team. So that's why we play it like this.
Okay. It was quite slow, like compared to everything.
That's because he is bad. It's nothing to do with.
What the fuck? Alito qui s'est fait au petit toute la game là.
Je te ouf.
Qui joue une civ craquée. Dégoûte.
Ouais.
C'est quoi le bonus du coup de Yongle?
Les mêmes que la Chine.
Mais non, mais ce qui change.
T'as des projets de fois.
T'as 0,5 de science.
Mais ça, t'en fais qu'au début ou t'en fais aussi dans la game?
Bah, t'en fais dans la game parce que quand t'arrives à 10 de pop, tu gagnes plus de science et plus de culture par habitant.
C'est doublé quoi.
et des golds aussi.
Et des golds.
Thank you for the cast, Michael.
Yeah, with my pleasure. Thank you for having me. It was a good game to watch. More experiments over here, Yongle with city parks and everything.
Yeah, City Park.
Yeah.
Park a bit strong.
Yeah.
Le City Park
Well-
and Poolpy.
Yeah, but no City Park Vicky better than City Park Lythoxa.
Yeah. Looks like no city parking is still strong.
Yeah. City Park or the player maybe, I don't know.
Oh, mais
Enfin, un
The
truc bleu
Land.
speed quoi.
The land. Ouais, I'm gonna find you.
Yeah.
Ok,
Ouais.
mec.
C'est qui qui allait avoir la site internet là?
C'était Tidube qui l'a eu.
C'est moi.
C'est lui qui l'a. Ah, parce que Bart.
Mais
Il écoute pas, Bart.
non, mais
Non, tu
ferme-
l'as pas dit ça. T'es vraiment chiant.
Et l'Alhambra?
L'Alhambra, c'est moi qui l'ai eu.
Alhambra,
Mais
ouais.
je l'avais call pour le coup.
j'ai lancé qui
Ah, Bart, il avait call.
Mais non, j'ai mis que un
Ah,
tour de.
ok.
À chaque fois, j'ai
L'Alhambra,
mis-
il a pas mis beaucoup, je pense.
Alors bon, on était 3 à le faire.
T'as mis au moins
Qui
3
devait
tours,
lancer-
Bart.
C'est qui
dans
devait
site
faire le
internet.
Killua chez vous?
Non, j'ai pas mis pour l'Alhambra.
Ah bah frérot, j'ai la.
En fait,
Ah non, dans l'Alhambra, pardon.
au début, on en avait parlé pour Titiits et finalement, personne voulait le faire.
Comment
Franchement,
ça, on en a
j'ai
parlé
gagné,
pour
j'ai
moi.
eu face.
Moi, je dis, j'en ai rien à foutre du Killua, mon Amani est doublé. Enfin,
Non, c'était bien avant ça. Oh là là. Mais il
Oh, c'était trop chiant.
Enfin, là, si tu grides, c'est pas mon problème, hein.
Mais il sait que je le reprenais. Hein.
Ah
Là,
ouais.
t'avais
Non,
0
le
unit de mon
prochain tour,
côté.
j'avais 4 émissaires de plus.
Mec,
T'es sérieux ou pas l'autre match là?
j'ai. Combien d'émissaires sur le prochain tour?
Non, mais gros,
J'en ai
Apeul,
3. J'en ai 3.
moi, je t'ai respecté. Là, c'est foutu de ta gueule et tu n'as rien fait en fait.
Parce que là, j'étais persuadé
vrai que
qu'il était en mode. J'étais persuadé qu'il était en mode putain, Apple, c'est un raciste, il m'a envoyé 50 coursiers. Du coup, j'en ai 0, je suis en envoyé 0.
Mais tu sais bien,
Mais
la
attendez,
réalité, là,
mais-
c'est
non,
qu'il
mais-
ne fait rien hein, quand
Non
même.
mais.
Et si ça
non,
doit
mais-
arriver, bah, ça arrivera.
Non mais les gens, Ulhas il s'est pris 3 poneys de Poolp tour 55-60, il a fait oh les gars je dois acheter une unité, attention.
J'en ai pro de 2, mec, ok?
Et en plus, il y a un poney qui a cross jusqu'à nous, genre c'était vraiment
Ah,
intolérable.
il a cross par Bologne,
J'ai
frérot.
piqué
Tu
pas
veux
mal,
que
en
tu
vrai.
veux que je déclare la guerre? Hein? Chez moi? Non, t'es faux.
Non,
Ouais,
il
on
m'a
va
pillé, il m'a pillé ma route.
Heureusement que t'allais faire smooth quoi.
Ouais.
C'est
bien
la vie,
cool,
hein.
On
d'ailleurs.
a fait 4 fois avant que je joue.
Après, moi, je t'ai pillé un marché, une plateco, une petite encens.
C'est vrai ça, moi j'ai pillé Lito aussi.
T'as
Oh
pillé quoi?
putain,
T'as
ton,
pillé une
ton
mine?
scout Lido
J'ai
qui est arrivé
pillé
par le bas là.
Diamond.
Oh, quelle horreur.
Bah, du coup, tu peux réparer les parcs urbains?
Ouais, bah du coup, j'ai ramené ma liang et quand j'ai mis mon bat dessus, je me suis dit attends, mais la liang n'est pas arrivée, je peux le réparer. Je suis full IRL.
Évidemment. Pourquoi t'as fait ça? Pourquoi t'as voulu ramener
Et
la
je voulais demander, Est-ce que je dois remettre
Non, non, tu l'as demandé en fait au moment où ton bat
Ok,
arrivait
peut-être.
dessus. Alors, c'est trop faux. Il essaie
Mais
de
non,
nous
Mais
douiller.
mec, c'est la première fois que je faisais des parcs.
la question? Ah bon?
C'est la première fois
Et-
qu'il faisait des parcs, il vient de dire. Hein.
Mais c'est vraiment la première fois que je faisais des parcs.
J'ai le point giga serré de fou là par contre.
Ah, Tidube.
L'ambiance.
Tidube, je te mets 6 tech en t'ayant tout au petit. Genre, bon.
Non, non,
Il joue
C'est-
Corée
c'est-
WCS bleu.
C'est qui a fait Sailing Astrology? Vas-y, dis-moi.
So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna stop it here. I'm gonna send you to Malm streams. Thank you so much for being here, for the subs, for the gifts, much appreciated, sirs, and of course, thank you so much for the follows. I do hope we're gonna see each other in the next stream. You can check out my schedule on my Discord, !Discord. You're gonna get an invite over there, and I do try to keep as much as updated everything on my Discord on. How to say on let me actually show you over here. You do have a channel called OnSpotTV upcoming games, and OnSpotTV streams. Upcoming games does deal with all of the weekly games, and then OnSpotTV streams is always going to be the next stream. Now in the upcoming week, we are still waiting for everything to be updated, and we're going to need to see when the games are going to be started up. I do know about the CCC, which is going to be on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to have 3 days of awesomeness, Civilization 6 content, and of course, wait a second. Bonsoir. I heard people leaving.
Bye-bye.
Oh my god, bye bye.
Bye.
Okay. And sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt over there. We will have, or I will try as much as possible to get as many streams on as I can, as many games. I'm probably going to focus on the 4v4s, and if we can manage to get some of those FFAs, it would be awesome. awesome. Maybe some 1v1s, those are always amazing. Also, in the meantime, if you are watching this coming up from YouTube, so thank you so much for joining us. Please throw this thumbs up to help me out with that Google algorithm, and I do hope we're gonna see each other in the next streams on OnSpotTV, on twitch.tv/OnSpotTV. Thank you so much, everybody, and see you later. Have a good fun on Mam's stream. Bye bye.